I'm alive.
Says,
Imbecile. No, wrong. Rhaenyra gets
She
the
does.
throne.
oh, please let me kill this milk-sucking southerly cunt. So perfect, just so perfect. I gate open, then die. Just
Then
this
die.
guy, man.
Dare you stand where he stood?
I think I can't help but just compare like how the kids at the Jedi Temple felt when they saw Anakin coming with a fucking giant clone army about to get skull fucked by lightsabers.
So
The way he looks at
yeah,
him,
like
too.
he turns on the blacks, but then he also turns on the greens too, because he ends up fucking killing Ormond. He's like,
Yep.
I also love that too, when he's like, he's burning the blacks. He's like, fuck you, and then he's coming down on Ormond, and he's like, fuck you too, and he fucking burns him too.
I think there's like
Listen,
a negative 5% chance that
I
happens.
think that's a shit prediction, but you know, if that's how you feel.
Like the teleporting is just fucking crazy sometimes.
Scott hates the
Welcome back, Season 3, Episode 8, final episode of the House Potato Podcast. Reasons Tumbleton. Here are my two dear friends, Scotty P and Joseph Potatoes.
Up,
Welcome.
boys.
One final one. It'll probably end up being like, we'll probably end up sitting here for 2.5 hours. It could be at this point, but we're gonna see. We digress.
We'll
and we're gonna
see
see
where
where
it
we
goes.
go. We're gonna go into our 3 words. Scott, you can lead us off since Joey tends to fumble the bag half the time. Sit there for a minute. So, Scott, what do you think?
Well, I think I knew the second I watched this episode. It is going to be "I'm alive." I think it's just it's 2, but I'm going 2 with this episode. Technically, I am alive. Anyway, um, favorite words of the show, without a doubt. I mean, that was fucking awesome, to say the least.
Joseph?
Fire and blood.
Fire
That's
and
it.
blood.
Fire and blood. There's a whole lot of fire and a whole lot of blood this episode.
That's great.
I am gonna go with. I was gonna do like 3 basic words like death, destruction, and just dragons. 3 Ds, triple D. I do like that. But since I'm also the narrator, that's
You're
what
into triple D.
the narrator's gonna give those 3 as his words. My 3 words: Rhaenyra, the
Cruel.
fucking bitch, psycho.
I like it.
Yeah.
I feel like all 3 of us have a lot to say about Rhaenyra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's.
Five, 5 pages of notes, ladies and gentlemen. We digress. We go into
Favorite moment.
Oh yeah. You're right. Favorite moment. That's right. Favorite moment. Joseph. Favorite moment.
I'm alive. Yeah, I just thought that was so funny. I love how like Aegon gets his dragon back, and the first thing he does is to just go torment his little brother. It's like, you tried to kill me, bitch, but you didn't. You failed, and I'm back.
Oh my god.
I'll
I
go with
mean,
that one.
that's my favorite scene too. I mean, that was so fucking good. I feel like we were all watching it together too, so it was good to see that moment with Aegon. Second he said it, we all just bursted out
We all
laughing.
just audibly laughed when that
Yeah.
happened.
No, that was so great. I think it was good to do that against Aemon. It was just so funny.
That was a fantastic scene. I loved every bit of that, and I also laughed my ass off. But honestly, it's not my favorite scene. It's definitely one of like moments too. But dude, Roderick fucking Ormond in the ass with that fucking sword. Dude,
Yes.
just Roderick. That whole episode was just amazing. Like
Yep.
just throughout the whole thing. Open
It was
gate,
like open gate, then die.
Like
Yeah.
just the whole thing. Loved every bit of it. Loved every bit of it. I was sad to see him go, but it's very fitting. Like that's meant to be that whole thing. Yeah. Anybody have anything to add before we start here?
Get
Just
into it. We got a lot.
right into it.
To talk
Yeah.
Go
about.
right into it. So, into the first scene. Orwell. He gets to the queen, my boy Orwell, and as the reaction of we see Rhaenyra when she comes in to talk to Daemon, has learned that Aegon and Sunfire are alive. They found out that he's burned the Moon Army, and he's back. He is back, and he's here to take
He's
the
back.
throne. He's already reaching out to people. Like he like motherfucker, like ready to go.
Yep.
know I think we talked about last episode where we thought he was gonna go first. I don't remember exactly what everyone's answers were. I think I honestly it might have been Tumbleton, Casterly Rock, and Harrenhal. Might have been the three. I think Joseph said Harrenhal, and I said Tumbleton. You said Casterly Rock, maybe.
Castle Rock. Yeah, I think those were the three guesses.
Now I don't know if this happens in the book, but Joseph's read the book, so he's had a good
Yeah,
head start at
he's had a
least.
good streak.
Yeah, so I'm not sure that does that happen in the book. Like that scene,
No,
it does not happen in the book. Interesting. Okay.
All right, so
nah,
it was a
he
good,
doesn't go there.
Joe
it was a
pulled
good
the old
guess then.
switcheroo
Yep.
on
Yeah.
the gods. Okay, so Rhaenyra is distraught. Daemon is consoling her. She starts off by blaming Viserys so for putting her in this position. Daemon starts kind of hyping her up, and he's like saying this is like your real test. So she finally decides that like she's gonna send him after Aegon's dragons, Room with Thor. Gonna proceed with this attack on Tumbleton. He's like, I want you to go house to house, root out every high tower, kill them to the last man. That's the order that she gives him. She does say
Crazy.
the realm is watching. Do not make a monster of me. And I wrote, I don't know why, but I fucking wrote amen. Damon, his response is, it will be my great pleasure. He's like a child that's been begging for a toy. Not for minutes, not for hours, for days upon and weeks. He's been begging to be like sent
Yep.
off his leash. And he is like so excited right now. He's like a kid in a candy store.
Bloodlust.
Oh yeah, his toy is
Just
the
wants
blood of his
that
enemies.
dude just wants to fight.
Didn't you think like this first scene, it wasn't like the super long scene, but like it was cool. Like again, another Daemon hype up moment. Plenty of those. And you just really see her. She's just off the rockin' rails, off the deep.
Yep.
Just she wouldn't have said that a season ago, like
No.
season and a half ago. Like, you kidding me? This ain't right. Any thoughts, Joseph, on this?
Yeah. Well, she Rhaenyra's tweaking, bro. He's like Aegon's back. That's the king. You
Yep.
know, he actually was anointed by the High Septon, so it's obviously a
Big
big
time.
problem for Rhaenyra, and she's not she's not really handling it too well.
Oh,
Um,
she's got.
and she's desperate. I think that's why she says to Daemon, she's like, "All right, like I've held out as long as I could, but now it's like you have to go on the offensive now." So I do think it's interesting though that she sends Damon Tumbleton instead of sending him to go find Aegon
Aegon and Vagar.
or
Mm,
yeah. I thought that was
correct.
an interesting choice. I don't know if I agree with that choice. Because I mean she kind of had Tumbleton on lock in a sense with like, the Northmen and the river
She thought
host
she
is
did at
there.
least.
So like well, at least like her armies are there. So
Yeah, they won the battle technically. No, of course, at the end says that the town is lost. I mean, the
yeah,
town is kind of fucked.
I don't think
They
any.
not that anyone
I'm
won the
not sure if
battle.
anybody
I
really
get what
won
you're
the
saying,
battle.
but like
Yeah.
one
I think
army's
that was the.
walking
I think that
away.
was actually the point. I think that was actually the point to show that nobody wins in a war. In war, I think that was the theme.
Yep.
But yeah, no. Listen, Rhaenyra's she's flustered and she's unraveling, as we have seen throughout the season.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with everything you said. I mean, it was. I
Mm.
think it really just like hit her now once she heard that Aegon was coming back. That really just tossed her off the fucking edge. And then I agree. I mean, sending Damon to Tumbleton is a very interesting choice. But you know, that's that's all I got. Agree with everything Joey said.
And if you didn't think Rhaenyra was fucked up in this first scene, she comes right back. Bela confronts her. She's like, I want to save Corlys, and she's
Well,
asking Rhaenyra to send her to go do this. she says, "Well, no, you need to stay here with Adam to defend King." Bela blames Rhaenyra for Corlys, and he says, "It is how you've always treated those who serve you. Adam and I have labored without rest over countless sorties." She said, "Over countless sorties." I don't know what that means. Like that's literally what it said on like the you see what I'm seeing? I'm gonna reread it in a second, but
Um,
like you see that that's exactly how it was spelled. And I remember when I was reading, I was like, what does that mean?
let's see.
Over countless sorties is literally that's what it came up on as the
A military term for a sudden attack by troops from a defensive position,
all right, well I guess that's what that
or
means.
a single operational mission flown by a military
The
aircraft.
point is
Yeah.
Bela is saying that you just use everybody as a tool.
Yes.
It's not that you don't act. She's calling Rhaenyra out, saying that like you don't really have any loyalty to anybody. You just use everybody as your tool until whenever it suits you. And Bela's fucking tired of it.
It's true. Um, I thought it was very interesting. So like what she says, "It is how you've always treated those who serve you. Adam and I have labored without rest over countless sorties and such of your enemies, only to be repaid in your anger." Rhaenyra is just like, you really haven't done much to help me." Basically, what Baela says, "If a person is useful to you, use them. But if not, you abandon them as you have with Rhaena, and now she is broken like my grandmother." Rhaenyra just says like, "I could have abandoned you with the gullet." And Bale is like, "Well, you need me? I mean, I'm a fucking dragon." And she calls her an insolent child. Is basically just. And I loved it about Bale. She
Runs in
just
your
kind of
blood,
told her,
she said.
"Yeah, like there's
Runs in your
like
blood.
you're just like it was
Shot a
like."
little shot at
Crazy.
Daemon there.
And you
Little
know what's
shot at
funny?
Daemon there.
It's
Yeah.
obviously not like really true because her sons are not like Valerian. Your sons are also supposed to be of Valerian descent, so you basically just like, even though your kids are not. Like, I just thought it was another just piece of evidence to show like
Also, like
Rhaenyra is
she's saying,
fucking
like
going crazy.
runs in your blood as if he also doesn't have Daemon's blood. I mean, Daemon's her
Yeah,
fucking
that's
uncle's
also true
husband.
too. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's the thing.
So
It's just a
fucking
shot at
stupid.
yourself.
She's
Yeah.
fucking. She's fucking.
Yeah, I did respect her for calling her out though. I do think
Oh yeah.
Rhaenyra needed that wake up call, even though Rhaenyra was kind of just like, all right, just fuck off, little one. Like I'm not dealing with your shit right now.
But every time someone has called Rhaenyra out this season, pretty much they've been right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
When Corliss did it, when she didn't legitimize Adam and Alan, and now like Bela's doing it, and like they're fucking right, dude.
I feel like there's always just like another priority pulling her a different way,
She's
and like she
obsessed with
just
this. She's obsessed with prophecy.
yeah.
Obsessed with being like I'm the rightful queen. It's just me. There's no threat, no nothing. Fuck this bitch. So, Alan meets the Valerian men outside like the shores, and he's like, "Oh,
Yes.
we're gonna secure King's Land." And they're like, "Yo, our liege lord is captured." And Alan's just like, "What can I do? These are the orders." And this guy's like, "Well, who the fuck are you telling me?" He's like, "I'm fucking Lord of the Ice. I'm the
And
heir
they're like
Drift
about
Monarch."
to draw their swords too.
Yeah, they were not chilling. Alan, very savage of him, stood his ground and told them what's fucking up,
Yeah,
right?
no respect.
And that was it. Foreman goes and he knights Darren. That was it. Quick little. I thought it was weird how he like. I feel like in every other time we've seen in this universe, and like someone get knighted, they do the whole like in the name of the mother and the whole fucking thing. Do that to him, which I thought was interesting. But oh well, that was a quick scene. He calls him Darren the Daring, right? That's what they calls him, Darren the Daring.
Yep.
Dude, use a different word,
Yeah,
bro.
me and
It's
Joey
just
were talking a little bit about
too
that.
fucking
Little
We'll
nod,
confusing.
talk about that later.
little nod to the book,
Confusing.
which is cool. But Darren hasn't done anything in the show to earn
No,
that
not at
nickname.
all.
No, he
That's
hasn't
kind of the
really done
funny part.
anything.
Doesn't really make
I
a lot of
mean,
sense.
he sang a lot of the right things, and we'll get into that. But
Yeah.
so that's it. Those two scenes. There was nothing for that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ulf is hammered, dude, in the tavern right now. He's roasting Daemon. He's roasting Rhaenyra. He's basically gloating how he's gonna take down fucking Daemon. he mentions how like what I think he says he calls him a bitch on a leash
Yep.
or bitch in a kennel, something like that. And he's just you can tell he's already heavily intoxicated, and that's the scene. That's pretty much it with that one. I don't know if you guys have anything to add to that.
This is what happens when you give a guy like Ulf a dragon.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
and
mean,
now
we'll see what happens in the future, but
he's
it's
feeling his oats now.
just fucking ridiculous. Like the
also
dude's
fun.
just like a fucking drunk that just gets a dragon.
Like,
It's
is
pretty
he
much.
Pretty much.
so stupid? Like, he's
No, he is.
actually like, what did like, and maybe the part of like he wasn't really thinking like, let's betray Rhaenyra. Got me the dragon the first. She doesn't want me to drink, so I should probably betray her. Go and turn to Ormond, and then go fucking betray him because he talked bad to me because I did something fucking stupid. Now let me go burn both sides. Now I have
They
no
beat him
now I
up in the
have no
street.
allies, right? I mean unless he goes to I guess
He beat him up in the
Aegon and
street just
Aemon.
like Daemon did. So he's like, you know what?
Yep.
Fuck both of these.
Fuck
Fuck
both
both
these
of these
pricks. The
teams.
only
We
path
need
for
a
Ulf
Tumbleton
is
Chronicles.
Yeah.
only path for Ulf at this point is to pretty much go with Aegon and Aemon because if he goes on a solo, like dude, you're a target. Like it's just you. Like you don't have anybody, and you don't have any friends. Your friends are all drunken idiots in a fucking bar. To me, his only path is to team up with like if Darren kind of goes his own path and Aegon and Aemon go their own path, then maybe. But I also think Darren, when he sees his brothers alive, is just gonna be like, "Fucking take it. Ormond's on here. Fucking take the throne. I don't want that shit." So we'll get there. Rhaenyra's servant tells her that Helene won't eat, and Rhaenyra asks her to have Alan escort her to the Grand Sept to have the High Septon anoint her.
Crazy.
Then we get to Missaria. This fucking bitch gets what she deserves. She gets the boot, which like makes no sense.
This is
Rhaenyra's
so
calling
stupid.
her out for her fucking bullshit. All basically saying, "Hey, you're a fucking worm." That's literally what she said there. Then they're freaking sharing tongues. And now, without anything whatsoever, she just gives her the boot. Which I'm not saying that was the wrong thing to do, because Misari is a worm. But like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like I don't know. I think she will go down as probably the worst master of whisperers ever. Like
Ah,
if this
she's
was
pretty good at her job though.
He's
She
completely
she
ineffective.
he found shit
I
out
was gonna
though.
say she was fucking
Well,
terrible.
for Rhaenyra, but she found shit out. She knew she was, same kind of thing with Laris. What Laris, fucking Varys did. She knows stuff.
Yeah, but
She didn't
Varys,
find that
oh,
out, but
Varys would have
That is
known.
so disrespectful to
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
Varys.
how is that disrespectful?
Varys would have known what
Varys,
fucking Aemon was eating at Harrenhal. He would know
You
what
you
fucking
realize
Aemon is
that like
drinking,
you
eating.
realize that like Masara, like I'm not like saying they're the exact same person, but they did the exact same thing. They know stuff. Massaria knew almost everything that was going on. Like she caught Alice, and you saw like she has a lot of power. Like it's not some undeniable thing. Obviously, we can hate on her and not like her as a character or whatever it is. She filled the same void. She just didn't do good. Like Varys was at least Varys trying to at some point.
Varys was an elite master of
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
mean,
whispers.
was
I'm not saying he's
Sorry, it was
better.
top
not.
I'm
tier.
not saying she's better or they're the same. I'm just saying is like they both were like effective in their jobs. Of their
Show some
jobs were
love
to
to my
know
guy
things.
Varys.
They had the
No,
same
no, no.
job title.
You guys are using your biased hatred of this freaking woman against it. That's the problem. And it's okay. That's fine.
How was Miss? Tell me how Missaria was effective at her job.
But what I'm saying is like her job is to
She
find
she
secrets out,
she
and
was
know
so
things. And that's
effective.
exactly what she
She
did.
was so effective that she got exiled
Well,
by her
I
queen.
mean, fucking tell you, at some point he
She's
fucking
incompetent,
what happened to
and she
Varys.
played she played her cards wrong, and Rhaenyra gave her the boot.
See
It
ya.
happens.
Like her getting the boot doesn't have anything to do with like did she still do her job effectively, which she did. The reason why
No,
she
she
got the
didn't.
Yeah, I don't think she
but
did.
She thought
She
no.
didn't get
She
fired because she didn't do her job right. She got fired because she was trying to eventually push her own agenda across. That's why she got
but
let. That's
she
why she got the boot.
but she thought that she was playing her cards right to get the support of the common people, which she was completely wrong about. As that scene that we had either last episode or 2 episodes ago in the throne room when Ulf's mistress or whatever basically called her out and was like, "You're not, you're not
Ulf's
for
mistress.
us. You're just yeah the
I mean,
Yeah,
Aemond's?
I know what you're
what."
scene you're talking about. It was just like
When
the
she said in the throne, she's like, "Oh, you stand up here in this throne room with your white silks, and you're trying to
With Ulf? I thought
tell me that
She was
you're."
Aemon's whore, I thought.
oh maybe it whatever. It
That's the
was
woman that
Was it
Aemon's like
what?
coddling.
yes,
You know
whoever
who
it
I'm
is.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, yeah.
The and and she was like, like you're not with us, dude. Like you're freaking up here. Like Saria thought she was gonna will the common folk to her way, and that completely didn't happen.
Yeah, but
And
that
Yeah,
has
then,
nothing
that was like
like,
to do with this though. Like that's again like that's her own
y-
agenda that she's trying to put across.
well, that was
Her
also one of her
job,
but
big
she was trying,
connections.
but she was trying to get the common folk to support Rhaenyra, which she has failed
was
to
she
do.
really trying to do that for Rhaenyra, or was she trying to do it more for herself though?
But that makes her a bad master of
But
whispers.
the point is like her job description, find shit out and to
Not for
spread word
herself.
about things. Oh,
Her,
but she did
yeah,
that though. There was things that she did, and a perfect
to
example
spread
was
word for a
finding out about Allison.
specific political agenda,
She
which was to help Rhaenyra gain support of the common folk, which she did not do.
that's not really like her only job. Like
The
she has
Master
other
of Whispers
tasks.
isn't just to know things, it's to know things so they can act based on what they know. And like I just feel like Massaria was ineffective at that.
Yeah.
One
Hence the
thing, so one
firing.
or two things that she doesn't do that makes her like a bad like you don't realize like all the other things that she figured out and like pushed like other things were occurring and she was in that position for a very long time. Like she helped Rhaenyra get her to the Iron Throne. Like she knows about Daemon and like the head of the Dragon Rider allegedly. Like she knows the out like there's a lot of things that she finds out and discovers because she's a master
Massaria,
of whispers and does her
how
job
does
somewhat effectively.
Massaria we're spending a lot of time on this, but
I know. Yeah, we're going back
how
and
does
forth.
Massaria help Rhaenyra get the throne?
I mean, she was she was like her most trusted like advisor and helped her get her there.
But what did she do to
I mean,
get Rhaenyra on the throne? Rhaenyra
she
gets
gave
the
her
throne.
advice. She helps get her advice.
No, wrong. Rhaenyra gets
She
the
does that.
throne. Rhaenyra gets the throne because of the plan she made with Allison. That's how she gets the throne. It had nothing to do with Massaria.
But
Allison is
you
the
realize
one that
it's not the
convinces
only
Daemon
thing
to
that
leave.
happened. There's a whole chain of events that occurred, and like the
But if that
reality is,
plan, but if that plan doesn't occur, then we wouldn't have got episode 2 this season.
oh,
That
exactly.
wouldn't
There
have
are a chain of
happened.
events that occur, but it's just
Right, but
because it's
Massaria
not.
didn't do that.
I,
I'm just
I
saying. I think you're giving way too much credit to Massaria. I
I'm
feel like
not really
she
giving her
did
a ton
nothing.
of credit. First off, I didn't say she got the throne because of Allison. I mean, because of Mizar. I'm saying is she was one of her advisors and helped guide her to that situation that she eventually became into.
I just don't really think
We'll
that
just
she
say we
played as
disagree
big of a
and we'll
Which is
move
role
fine.
on.
as you think she did. That's just
I
my opinion.
personally think that the bias of Masari not liking her is clouding the judgment just a little bit. That's all. It'd be like she was
But
like
there's plenty
I
of
don't know what the
characters that I
exact
don't
wording
like.
was, but like you guys were like, "Oh, she sucked at her job." Like basically what you're saying, which would be like, I'm not saying she was the best or she's
I don't think
the
she was very good.
I think she was borderline at best average, maybe a little bit better than above average. She knows things.
I mean,
Sorry.
comparing her to Varys is
Semantics,
borderline
I guess,
preposterous.
but
What I was
just
saying
I
was
don't
like
think she
she
was
was
very
like
effective.
Varys with knowing things and finding things out. You also can't predict a fucking crazy woman like Rhaenyra the Cruel to just expect her just to find a fucking no, fucking give her the fucking boot after she just fucking slept with her.
I just don't think Massaria was very good at her job.
We'll let the chat decide
I
that.
think
We digress. Um,
folks up to the page.
I'm seeing all these Reddit posts. Why
Rhaenyra.
Masari is shit at her job.
Okay, so we got all right. So we got there. Yeah, Misaria is given the boot. She is being sent to Pentos for duties. I'm trying to read what I wrote.
Yeah. See you later, Missaria.
Yep.
Oh,
Bye bye.
I wrote Syria. It was I wrote Syria. Misaria is upset, and
Oh my god.
even the servants, like,
Uh,
I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, coach called a
They just
play, coach
they
called a
just had
play, and the
sex
running
too.
back is just like, what are we doing? And the quarterback's like, I don't know, man. I'm running this play. Helena's outside in the freaking prison yard getting her hour of free time, and
yeah.
that knight's like, yeah, your time is up. And she's like crying, and she walks by Masari. Masari is like, don't trust the queen. Oh, by the way, your husband is, aka your brother's alive, and your unborn child is in even more danger now, and you're never gonna get let go. And then walks by her. So she got a little bit of news dumped on her there. Any thoughts on these couple scenes here with Rhaenyra?
Um, well, we know he definitely went a good amount into Massaria, so I won't mention that. But um, I think I did want to mention the scene with Helena walking out and seeing the horse. What I think was significant, at least like cinematography wise, when they were like pointing at the horse. I think it was trying to jog our memories about the dream she had earlier about her seeing the horse with the carriage and everything. I think that was like a key little thing in there that I thought was pretty cool, like a little Easter egg, I guess, or just simple foreshadowing. Um, but yeah, that was my thoughts on those, all those. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, it wasn't
That we
much.
can
Wasn't
we can move
much.
on.
Um, we get to Aemond. He's in bed. This motherfucker almost died again. Alice saved him now 2 times. He kind of can't believe. He doesn't really say much, but he kind of can't believe that Allison poisoned her. Alice is there, and Aemon is getting feeling very guilty. He says he's a kinslayer and we killed Aegon. She tells this story about Balerion the Dread, burning the place. She
Mhm.
talks about a boy, and the boy got burned so badly his mother was trying to heal him with all these maesters, and they couldn't do it. She says she turned to older cures, is what she says. Which kind of leads you to believe she was trying like magic, some dark magic, some shit like that.
Mhm.
Could not be healed. Dragonfire. She could not heal. After the boy died, she said like I think she's like she tried to follow. I think what she's trying to say is after the boy died, she tried to kill herself. Tried to do. And she learned that she was cursed to live on, remain there, and serve whatever lord was there. And she does. I find interesting. She mentions like she was stripped of all of her titles, her names, land, and holdings, and all that stuff. And I was like, so are you basically? Is she saying that she was like
She
was
Go
a
ahead.
royal person in that house of in Harrenhal, whatever was it over 100 years ago, whatever it was. Even Aemon's like, that was 100 fucking years ago. Like, what are you talking about? You know, and then Aemon, consoles her and kisses her. That was the whole scene. That was very interesting. Like that was a cool story that she told, and you knew right away. Like she was talking about herself. Um, but there's definitely some more underlying things there. Some things more going on that we don't really know just about her just yet.
Mhm.
But Joseph, sounds like you got
We
some of that in
do.
there.
Yeah, we did in that scene. She told us who she was.
Well, well, as a book reader, is that what you're saying?
No, so this is a show thing. This is not in the book. But so this I wrote cuz I had this down. So this is the full scene. So Alice is talking to Aemon, she's telling him this story that goes all the way back to Aegon the Conqueror. So when he came to conquer Westeros, Aegon had opposition from Harren the Black, who was the king. He was the lord of Harrenhal and
Mm. Mhm. Mm. 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 Mm.
king of the rivers. so what he did is he just holed up in Harrenhal because he believed that the fort could withstand Aegon and Balerion, the Black Dread. Um, but obviously he was wrong because dragons,
Yeah.
you know, um, Balerion he fucking roasted Harrenhal. He killed Harren the Black and his sons. Um, and that was believed to have end Harren the Black's line. But as Alice says in the scene, one boy survived, um, and his mother did everything to save him, but she couldn't. She tried to get the Maesters, but she couldn't save them, so she had to go to older cures, which is magic, basically black magic. But that didn't work either, and then Harren's son died, and his mother realized she couldn't join him in death. Instead, her dabbling in magic had left her cursed. This is Harren's mother.
Hmm.
This is the boy's mother,
Okay.
which is Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
she tried to cure him, but she couldn't, and she basically she had become cursed because of the magic that she was playing with. And so that's who Alice is. So that's what that scene is about. So
Oh,
it's revealed that Alice was, I guess, Harren the Black's wife, and so that explains her connection
was
to
it though?
Harrenhal. Yeah.
I
So
like I get what you're saying.
So
So
she's old as fuck.
everything that you said, I
yeah,
knew
she's old as
already.
shit.
I knew all that. The one thing is like, as I was trying to think to myself, speculating, like, well, then, is is this kid? Is he actually Harren's son, or does she just say he's part of the line? Like, isn't that could mean it's not
Harren's
a.
last son died. His mother realized he couldn't join him in death. Instead, her dabbling in magic
All right,
had
so
left
it's
her
yeah,
cursed to live on for centuries within the bounds of the territory of the old River Kings. That mother is none other than Alice, now centuries old, unable to leave Harrenhal, and doomed to serve those who now rule in its decrepit halls.
that from the book.
Wow.
No, this is from an article.
Oh, it's an
Um,
art. Okay.
yeah, so basically what that's saying, so that's who Alice is. So she's fucking
Interesting.
when she says she's cursed, she's saying
It's
that
never ended.
literally. That explains the magic connection with her and Harrenhal. I actually thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, it was
That's not
awesome.
something.
Yeah, I mean, I like the
That was
What
additional
actually a cool.
details
did
you
That
she
was
added.
a pretty
gain?
cool reveal.
What is she
Um,
trying to do?
so yeah, she's kind of cursed to
Damn.
be within the bounds of
Yeah, I mean,
Harrenhal.
I thought it
It's
was an
interesting.
okay scene, but I think your additional details
Interesting.
help makes
So
it a lot more cooler.
she was Harren the Black's wife,
I thought
who
Yeah.
about
was
that. I
then
just wasn't
who was
sure.
cursed by
I
magic.
didn't catch
Hmm.
that one little line part though, in this and
So
made it obvious.
that's yeah, so that's the explanation of that scene. And I think that's really cool. That's actually some cool like lore stuff that you didn't get in the book. I actually think that's a cool addition. I like that scene.
Nice.
Because also it gives Alice more it gives Alice more of a meaning.
Yeah, I remember she shed a tear too. I remember.
Yeah, right, because she's talking about herself. So I actually thought that was really cool.
Hmm.
Anything else anyone?
That's
Ditch Helena Morning. She refuses to eat,
it. Yeah, she won't eat.
and Rhaenyra tries to persuade her to eat. And I love Helena. Helena says, "Our father would hate you for this." Rhaenyra says, "Yet he did nothing to prevent it. Tried to." Helena talks about like a beetle, like in the summer, and when she started talking about it, I was like, I feel like it has some kind of a meaning of some kind. I don't fucking know. She could also just be saying gibberish sometimes. Rhaenyra doesn't really seem to care, but like makes it seem like she is. And Helena calls her out, for pretending, and she says, "All the things you care about are ugly. This place is
Yeah, this
ugly.
whole ugly
You
thing.
yourself ugly." I was like, "Oh, fucking shit." Helena just self bitch won't eat. and Rhaenyra has her men force the food down her throat. Again, Rhaenyra the cruel man.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra the freaking cruel. We get to Alan and Adam have like a quick chat. Alan is going to escort the queen right towards the Grand Sept, and Adam like, well, Bale is now away. You know, Rhaenyra's going down this dark path after she discovered the news of Aegon and his dragon, and he's calling for Alan to, you know, help Corlys over Rhaenyra, like you know, our father captured right now. And Alan's trying to pull like the duty card, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, blah blah blah. And Adam literally calls her, like, you're just like he says, like, you're a bastard. Remember that. Really tells it to his. And you know, Rhaenyra comes out. I didn't know it was, but I think Joe said it during like the he wearing Visenya's armor, former Targaryen.
Mhm.
Eyes, the little paint with the eyes, crazy. Um, we got Rhaenyra first shoving food down Helena's throat, and then we have Alan and Adam starting to have a little bit of beef. Obviously, we got the little thing going on with Bela, who she's tapping. Now we got this going on. Scott, anything to add on these two?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just got like one thing per. I think the Helena not eating and then Rhaenyra just having the guards just forcing down her throat was just fucking cruel as shit. Um, Rhaenyra was just kind of like she just got roasted like by fucking Bela, and then she has to walk into this fucking room, deal with Helena calling her fucking ugly and all this like I don't know. And
Again, though, correct. Elaine is right.
yes, yes,
Again,
yes,
another
yes,
person calling out Rhaenyra and being right.
yes. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I just thought that one scene was fucking cruel. It was sad to see because I love Helene. I mean, she's literally just fucking knitting, I guess, whatever you want to call it. She's just doing a little tapestry. Um, she just wants her chickens. That's all she wants. Um, Alan and Adam, I love the conversation. I mean, between them talking and Adam trying to like hint to Alan that like Rhaenyra is going down this dark road right now. Like, do you really want to be like following this? And I think Alan is still just like queen is the queen, blah blah blah. And then I think in the future scenes, I think he gets a little wake up call.
Yeah, I think I think you see kind of the conflict within Alan
Hmm.
where he's like I don't think he's like I think he wants to get Corliss back. Like I don't think he's trying to like become Lord of the Tides
Yeah,
right this second. So I think when Adam makes that jab at him, I thought that was a little unfair from Alan. From Adam, I mean.
Yeah.
But I think Alan is kind of torn between he feels like he has to assume the leadership of uh Driftmark's men, but he has to serve his house, but he also is obligated to serve the queen as well.
Hmm.
So I think he feels there's a little bit of a inner turmoil I think going on with him, but I think he's just trying to do his duty, and for better or for worse, his duty is to the queen. So he's gotta do what he's gotta do.
Yeah. Just to pull a quote, he said, "These are dangerous days," and then he said, "And it is not mine to question her grace." So like he's obviously like still just like we're serving the queen, so
He knows his
it's
station.
yeah,
Yeah.
one that's like really like just kind of like for the most part blindly following.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we get to Wayne and Darren who are watching Ormond just have children, basically shields, even shields along the walls. Very, who's more fucked up, the
Fucked
people
up.
who killed the kids or the ones that put them there? I think the ones personally, but both pretty fucked. kids are lining up. Ormond's second in command, so his name is, I looked up, Sir Brynden or Brynden Hightower. I love how not that he's been in like 8 episodes or like that, but he's been in quite a few episodes. I don't think they ever say his name, maybe one time. Like, I don't think they ever say his name in the show, but I could be wrong. They are looking for Ulf. He is nowhere to be found. He's got rope. And Darren says, something is wrong towards Egwene. And Egwene's response, yeah, we're all going to die. He's just very honest. Darren wants to fight as he's like watching all these men and these kids. They're
Yep.
fighting for him. And he says to Darren, what are my choices? I either fight or I flee. And the truth. Those are his choices, and he seems like he's leaning in this situation more towards the fighting and dying for it, fleeing. The Rivermen and the Winter Wolves, they've come to Tumbleton, and they're met by Daemon and Caraxes, right? Wayne and Darren, they go to Corlys to help, form a peace treaty. And I like the little got reference with Ned Stark there, and they kind of come and with a torch, and they see
Yep.
Corlys, locked away like that. Viserys, she sneaks out the crowd, like she's in the little carriage. She just kind of like runs out, like when Rhaenyra's making her way over to the Grand Step, and then Rhaenyra then decides to tell Joffrey about the Song of Ice and Fire. Tells her the whole breakdown, and you see like kind of as you're like going by, they see the little writing on the wall, "Queen of Bastards, bastards." Before I go back to this big scene here with Daemon and the Rivermen, any thoughts, Scott, on these two scenes with Wayne, Darren, and Ormond, and then Masari sneaking out with Rhaenyra with son?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's kind of just like the first scene with Grain and Darren seeing all the kids climbing up the wall and kind of like serving as like the defense of Tumbleton. Um,
Defense?
yep. I think it's kind of just like highlights like the kind of like what happens when like an enemy occupies a town and like they just like I don't know, like I feel like it just goes to show like just having an enemy be in control of like a city like that, they can just use and abuse just any single citizen in that town. Um, I feel like it's just
Bars.
sad. It's fucking sad. Um, I think Darren just being like, do I fight or flee? He's having a little kind of like fight or flight sort of situation. Um, but we'll see what happens to him. I got some things to say about that motherfucker. Um, and then Caraxi showing up. Damon has arrived. Fucking sick scene. And then again, like you said, I love that Game of Thrones reference with Ned Stark. I think the cinematography with that was fucking awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, it just seems like it's kind of teeing up for Darren to get in the fight, and then he doesn't.
Has a
So
little
Yeah,
bit,
that's what I
bit,
I
wanted
mean,
to talk about. Yeah.
bit of a blue
I
ball.
actually, yeah, I kind of. That's one of my that's one of my gripes with this episode is the Darren stuff. I feel like they missed an opportunity to give Darren his moment. You
Yeah.
know,
To give him his name.
Or a moment.
to
Even
give him his well.
just
That's the
a
other thing
moment.
too. I mean, like they pay homage to the book by giving him when Ormond says Darren the Daring. But at that point, he hadn't done anything to earn that nickname, and I thought this
I
this
mean,
would have
he
been
beat
the
him in
perfect.
chess.
Yeah, but that I mean that's not. I just thought it would have been a this episode would have been a was a perfect
Even
moment to
something,
kind of
just
let
something.
Darren.
Down the
Yeah,
dragon.
just some sort of fight.
Which
Also,
which by the way, which he does in the book. That's how he gets the nickname. Is he Darren is actually a key component to the Green victory in the first battle of Tumbleton in
Wow.
the book, but they didn't do that for this for whatever reason.
More
But
like
also,
that's
Darren the
really
where's
Cowardly.
Oscar Tully? The guy gets 5 seconds of screen time, and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Another
that's true
character
too.
Yeah,
Like,
he's and
you don't
yeah,
even know if he's alive,
another
honestly. You don't
character.
even know he's really I mean, I'm sure he probably is, but you don't know for sure if he's still alive.
He's not even in this battle in the book. But I'm glad that he was because I like Oscar Tully. I
Yeah,
like when we
we
see
like him.
him.
He's a good kid. He's on the
Yeah.
rise. He's a good
So
prospect,
Yeah.
and they just don't fucking whatever.
yeah, would have liked to see him fight a little bit.
Yeah, do it. Whatever. Okay, so we get to Damon. Goes back to him with the Rivermen and the Starks, and I love when he asks about Cole. And they bring well Tully brings up like we would have been here a fortnight ago if it wasn't for Kristen Cole. And he says, "So easy to forget about him. Do tell me how he died." And Robert's like, "Badly."
God, I wish we got more Roderick
I
this
know we
season.
really deserved more
You
Oh,
of
know,
him. We really did. The guy could have had his own fucking sideshow at this
I
point.
really wish we got more of him this season.
Someone comes
He's
over.
a delight when he's on
Oh
screen.
yeah, he was awesome. Someone comes over and says that a high tower knight has approached. Damon goes, "So kill
So
him,
kill him.
kill
he
him,
didn't give a fuck.
kill him now." So Wayne is there with Corliss, and Robert walks over to him. "Can I kill him?" Like, fuck guy, man. Gwaine knows that they're not going to survive. He gives them back Corliss, and he's suing for peace on behalf of Darren. So Daemon wants his head on a spike. It's like there's no way this is not ending with his head on a fucking spike. Gwaine asks to divide the realm. So he says Rhaenyra can get the Crown lands, North, the Vale, all lands watered by the Trident, and then Darren can rule from Old Town. And then Roderick, "Oh, please let me kill this milk sucking southerly cunt." So perfect, just so perfect.
He's the fucking best.
Corliss butts in. I love how Damon's like, "Oh, I kind of almost forgot you had a tongue." Like, cause like he was shocked that he hadn't opened his mouth yet.
Yep.
So Corliss brings up, he's like, "A woman can't rule. It's just not possible. The great houses are hesitant and they don't feel safe." So he suggests to make Darren the Lord Paramount of the Reach. He won't ever become king. He could be Warden of the South, and Gwaine is not. Gwaine's. I love Gwaine's. Like, this wasn't what I was offering. It's like, dude, you're in
Yeah.
no position to
Yeah, it's like,
No
can
bargain
you shut
position
up?
to
whatsoever right now,
negotiate.
Can you
dude.
shut the
Yeah.
fuck up?
This is not a negotiation. So Corliss says that the Daemon, you should wed Darren to Rhaena, seal the breach between the houses. And then Daemon brings up, "Well, what about Aegon?" And that kind of throws off the Wayne doesn't really
Yeah,
know about what's
they
going
didn't know about
on, and
that.
that kind of throws out a little wrinkle in the whole plan. Say, well, guess what? Even if we did do that, we still have to deal with
Right.
fucking Aegon and Daemon. Right? Then Corliss, Daemon questions Corliss, and he's like, basically like, "Why are you acting like a traitor?" Corliss is like, all I want is peace," and he asks Daemon, "What do you want? Victory or a mountain of dead high towers?" And Daemon says, "What do you think?" I don't know what his
Yeah.
fucking answer is. Damon is like kind of grabs Gwen. He's like, "Only Rhaenyra's gonna rule. Like, this is gonna be the new Valyria. That's gonna merge." Damon gives Gwen the choice of dying right there and then, or back there with his family. Gwen and Corliss is now Damon's prisoner. Damon, I love him when he walks away and he's like, "Bring the ladders and the rams and form up to march. The next man to stall this attack will be tied to the front of my fucking horse."
Yep.
End scene.
Great.
Damon's just out for blood, man.
Oh
Classic
yeah,
team.
bloodlust
He's
to the
no
max.
interest in any sort of peace offering at this point.
I loved that.
No, not
What
at
did
all.
Gawain? But like, really see the desperation
Yeah,
in
it's just he's
Gawain.
just desperate. I don't think maybe Gawain
Like,
thought that that was
Like
a
did
good.
he
that
really
was
think that that was
crazy.
gonna work? That just
No,
felt like such a stupid.
I think he was just
Like that just felt
trying.
like such a really last ditch effort
Yeah,
by Gawain because it's like there's no way Damon was ever gonna agree to any of that. Corliss, his plan, like it's not the worst plan in the world
It's not a bad point.
if Aegon was dead. But the
Yeah,
problem is
that's true.
Aegon being alive. It's like technically Aegon is still like he's still the king
yeah. So that
because he was
Depends who you
anointed
ask,
and he's
apparently.
still alive.
just
So
throws the plan out the window.
yeah, so I think had Aegon been dead, that actually might not have been a bad plan because then by wedding Bela to Darren,
Mhm.
it would have. Yeah, you see that all the time. Like you see that all the time, like in medieval history, like political
Yeah.
marriages like that. Um, but I think the main thing that this scene shows is that Damon, his nature, it just gets the best of him here, where he's like, no, like I'm going to fucking kill every high tower soldier that's in this town today, and
Yeah.
that's it. Like there will be no peace. Like we are going to take you out.
Yeah. He's done with these fucking negotiations like he did with Ormond episodes ago,
Should have burned them all. Should
exchanging
have
Darren.
burned them all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think Damon is now is just like enough fucking talking. Like I am done with this shit. I'm killing everybody. Um,
yeah,
I think I just gotta say, like, I'm surprised that Gawain did that though. It didn't seem very Gawain to do that. But
Very
again, like you
Gwainy.
said, it is like a last ditch effort. But I did not
he's
expect him
desperate.
to do that.
He knows that they're gonna die, so
Yeah,
he's like, well, I
he
might
thought
as
about
well
why
try
not?
to make peace.
Yeah,
I guess.
Turning to coal a little bit. We're all
I
gonna
just
die at
feel
some
like
point.
yeah, but Cole wouldn't have done that peace offering. He would have just fought and just would have been.
yeah. He would have wanted to 1v1
He would have
Damon.
just been fine with dying, like in battle.
Yeah,
Whereas Gawain, I think Gawain wants to live. You know,
He
and I
does.
think, but I think you see, like with Gawain and with Corlys, I think you're starting to see more and more of kind of the costs of war and how like all this bloodshed and dragon fire, and it's like it seems like there's no end in sight and the realm is just tearing itself apart, and
yeah,
they just want the war to be over. But unfortunately you have two sides that are unwilling to really live in peace. It's either going to be you know one faction's going to die or the other, or as I mean obviously as we know in the lore, they're all gonna fucking die. I mean, this is
yeah,
the Dance of the Dragons is the beginning of the end of the Targaryen dynasty.
yep,
Um, and it's just
yeah. We
there's
knew
just
from the beginning
there's no winner. There's
Dragons
just
don't
no
grow on
winner in a war
trees.
like this.
they grow from eggs.
So
Grow from eggs,
yeah,
yeah. We digress. So Aemon starts to hear
To
things, and in comes your boy, Aegon
yep,
with Sunfire. Dude, Sunfire
boy.
sounded like fucking like he's not doing so hot, but he listen, he's back. He's back. He was hibernating. Aemon, seeing this, he falls to his knees in disbelief. Aegon walks up to him, slaps him, and
Say it, Joey.
I'm alive,
says,
imbecile.
I'm alive, imbecile. And Aemon begs for his forgiveness. Aegon threatens him. I love it. He's like, you kinslayer. I fucked it up. I don't know why I wrote. What did he say? He said, "You kinslayer." You. I wrote
I'll find
super.
it.
What the hell was that? What the hell did he
You say
say?
Craven? I
I'm
feel
trying
like
to
that's a
find it.
slur
No, I don't
that's
think he said
thrown out a
Craven.
lot. Or whatever he calls him a cunt.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically,
He calls him a cunt. That's the best
yeah.
part about it. He's like, you kinslayer, you cunt. Aegon is
Crazy.
not happy. He's like, he's like
Aegon's like
a
laughing
broken
for most
Aemon.
of it. Like
Yeah,
he's just
he's Aegon's
He's
getting
got
his
that Joker
revenge.
laugh going
yeah,
again.
Aegon wants him to fight. Alice is looking over a little nervous. Aemon just okay with dying. He's like, I betrayed you, and I shouldn't have done that.
just begging for
Aegon's
forgiveness.
like, fuck you, get up. Aegon learns that Aemon does not have Vagar anymore. So Aegon proposes, we're gonna find Vagar, we're gonna find Dumbleton, we're gonna put Ormond and Darren in line, and then we're all gonna go to King's Landing under my banner. And maybe when Rhaenyra's head's on a spike and I'm back on the Iron Throne, maybe, just maybe I'll forgive you. I love the way he words it, as if like it's like him and his buddies that are having a big disagreement. Like, we're all gonna get in my car, we're gonna go over to this guy's house, and we're gonna put this shit to fucking rest. And that's the
We're
scene.
getting in the car. We're getting in the car, and
We're
we're going to
going
the
to
casino.
Taco Bell. Oh,
We're going to the
sorry,
casino.
it was one of the two. Had to be one of the two.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, a crazy, crazy scene here. Again, I called it. I don't know which podcast episode I called it in. You
I
guys
think it
called
might
me
have been just
crazy.
the last one.
Said these two guys are gonna fucking team back up, and
I didn't think it was gonna happen.
You're right.
I was right. Am I right about a lot of things? No. Right about right about half the things? No. Maybe a quarter. But I was right about this thing though, and
Yes.
that's all I got. Scott, anything to add on this scene?
But Aegon is using Aemond as a tool.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not like they like kissed and made up.
No, it's not. Which is
right. Like,
and that's kind of where I was
yeah,
leaning. I didn't think it was gonna
yeah,
be like a love. Like I was like, they're gonna realize somehow that they need each other. That the only way that they're
yeah,
gonna win is with each other. Because the reality is, Aegon's still crippled. His dragon's still crippled. He needs dragons. You saw Helena's dead, and Dreamfire is still
Mm-hmm.
MIA. He's well, not MIA, but he's under Rhaenyra's guard. So you don't have anyone to take that dragon. So you'd also know at least one dragon rider. You Ulf, I guess, is a wild card. You're not getting Sheep Stealer. So at best, right now, you have what, two, three, four dragons, the absolute most. That's best case. That's if you get Tessarion to team up with you, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
you're getting Silverwing if he goes on over there.
Yeah.
A lot of variables, a lot of moving parts here.
yeah. I
Definitely.
think you
Yeah.
see, Aemond, the guilt that Aemond has been dealing with over being a kinslayer, and I think finally, like when Aegon shows up, he immediately drops to his knees. He's like, he basically accepts, it's like he like deserves to die. And then Aegon, of course, is like, "Fuck you! I'm supposed to enjoy this. I'm supposed like you're making it, or I'm supposed to get my revenge on you." And Aemon kind of denies him of that, which is pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Uh,
Um,
yeah. I mean, I agree with everything you said. Honestly, I mean, you said it pretty perfectly. I mean, the second Aegon showed up, just bent to his knees, begged for forgiveness. Aegon's like, forgiveness, and he's just fucking laughing like the Joker. And then he just Aegon wanted to be a lot more satisfying, and Aemon just didn't let him have it. Aemon just bent to his knees, became Aegon's bitch, and fucking just kissed a shoe. He was just, and now he doesn't even have fucking Vagar, and it's like, all right, whatever. I guess I just gotta go find him and then just head on in. But who knows where the fuck Vagar is?
One of my favorite scenes here.
Here we go.
Damon, your boy Oscar Tully, aka Oscar Tulls, aka the Tulster, and Mr. Roderick have making a little game plan. He does let them know like we need to be careful because like Rhaenyra doesn't want us to be monsters. Basically, what he says. Like, and then they learn that their kids are fucking being used as human shields. That complicates things. Damon, he goes to Roderick. Lord Roderick, are you still prepared to die for our queen? Roderick goes, can't fucking wait. And Damon's like, take your graybeards over the walls, overwhelm them with your northern spirit, and open the gate from within. But you are not to die until you open the gate. Roderick, gate open, then die.
and
This guy, man. Fucking,
That was
to
great.
be fair though, he is old. Like he's been through wars and
He's been ready
battles,
to
and
die
yeah,
for a
he's been
while.
ready to die for some time now. And you know what? A guy like that, that's how he wants to go out. He wants to go
Yes,
out in a
in
battle,
battle.
glory, all that
that's
jazz,
also
right?
true for all of the Winter Wolves. Like
Yeah.
they went on this march
To
expecting
die,
to
yeah,
die
exactly. They did
because
not think they're going
like
home.
like Cregan Stark sends them because they basically they can't they can't house them in the north for winter. There's not enough food for them to feed them. So they send all the old soldiers to go to war. basically. So they're all going on this campaign. They all expect to die. So they're all completely fine with just freaking killing as many people as possible and going out with a sword or an axe in their hand.
Jacked guy off fucking ripped off creatine sometimes, bro. Way he acts, man. Yeah, and then Tully's leading the flank, and Daemon fucking go with Caraxes. I mean, fucking perfect plan. Got anything to add there?
I mean, honestly, like, I feel like Joe, you can go. You can go first on this one.
I
Well, I
feel
mean,
like I already kind
well,
of
he
said
just
what I
he
needed to
did
say
he
there.
did just talk.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you were listening whatsoever,
It
but
was
he
a
was
cool
talking.
it was a cool scene. Like it was cool dialogue scene. Like you just see, they're ready. Everyone is ready for war
I
here.
just love those
Ready
quotes.
for
Those
I think,
quotes just got me going. That's really all what was about that scene.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I think, like before, I think you said like Roderick. I think needs to get a little. I wish we had more of him before he unfortunately went.
Good pace here. Too. We only got a couple.
Yeah, I was
Obviously,
gonna say
this we
we're
have.
making.
There's a
I was I
huge
was I
battle
was
scene
stuck
coming up.
looking at this
Yeah,
stuff.
so we got a couple scenes here, the big battle scene, and then a couple small ones that ended off and we're done. But that battle scene is that's gonna probably be like
No,
honestly
that's gonna, yeah.
20,
We're just gonna go wild
25
for
minute
that.
conversation potentially. So, okay,
Yeah. All right. We digress.
digress.
reel it in.
Yeah, reel it in, hang. Okay, so Rhaenyra, Rhaenyra comes to the Grand Sept, and he asks the High Septim to annoy her, and she gets denied again. She calls her princess. It's kind of a low blow. I don't blame him. He believes that Aegon's return is like a sign that like this is meant to be. And honestly, I kind of fucking believe if I was in his shoes, like that's kind of a sign right there. So he even says there, you may have 6 dragons, but I have a seven-faced god. The response that
It's a pretty cool dialogue.
I could not possibly oppose their will. Rhaenyra calls him a traitor, and the High Septim says to attack them is to declare war on them. Rhaenyra, a little bit of a convincing, not really, tells Alan to kill him, and he does it. You can see he looks a little like he wasn't too fond of it. Like I feel like
What
I
does
think
she
that's the.
say? Is
I forgot what she. I didn't
like
write what she said
you're
exactly.
the blood of old. She
Something.
says basically, I
I'll
think
find
what
it.
Damon said to her that
Oh yeah.
you're the blood of old Valyria. You answer to higher gods than his.
He has that look as if like I just killed an innocent person,
Yeah.
kind of.
You
Right?
answer higher gods than him. Yeah.
So Rhaenyra goes out to face the people, right, that have gathered, and she starts to talk to them, how she prophesied she would rule, and how Viserys future of the realm. People came and bent the knee to her and swore fealty, right? And she starts telling the story of the Doom, right? The old of old Valeria. Then
Yep.
she
The
starts
Song of
going
Ice and
in.
Fire.
Then she starts going to the Song of Ice and Fire. It's like, wow, way to make people think that you're going fucking crazy. Because Orwell and Manly looked at her
So
like, what the
I'm
fuck
with
is
you.
this bitch talking about, right?
I'm
Like
with.
that's
This is so dumb
all she had to do
on
was the first
Rhaenyra's
part.
part.
Was I think
Yeah.
the first two stories, right? Story about how Viserys, you know, chosen one, the one that would come to be the successor, and people came just more filthy, and then the story of the old Valyria. That's it. Leave, and you might have had a nice little rally cry, right? Bring up the fact that Aegon made you guys poor and have no food, even though she's the same fucking thing. That would have been it. On the story, and even like I said, Orwell and Manley looked at her like, I don't know what it doesn't look good, right? She says, "If your world is to survive, I must light the way. I am a shield of the people. I am Rhaenyra the Chosen." And then she says in Valerian, "I am the prince that was promised."
Like, shut the fuck
No,
up.
you are not.
I
Shut
hate
the
this
What's the
scene.
fuck
meme?
up.
You're not that guy, bud. You're not that guy. That's literally
Yeah.
the wish I had in the background for her. She
That
thinks
was
that she
so
is.
fucking
I
dumb.
don't blame her for like
That was
kind
so
of thinking it
stupid.
though, but she's not. tense scene there.
And then she teases the White Walkers too,
Yeah.
Mm.
right? Because she mentions a threat beyond the wall. Like, go ahead.
No, I don't really have much else. I just kind of
I
those
was just
quotes
gonna
are crazy,
say,
but
like, first of all,
I hate this
killing
scene.
the
I
high,
hate this
killing
scene.
the High Septon, bad move.
Yeah,
Eh,
that
She
was really bad.
That
That
was
was
she
so
essentially
fucking dumb.
she
Why
essentially
would you do
killed the
that?
yeah she essentially had the Pope killed.
yeah, kill the Pope.
Bad move,
That's
especially
gonna get
like
you
if you're
anointed.
trying to get the support of the people.
Now you
It's good.
completely lost the citizens.
Killing the religious leader, probably not the best move to make there. And then as far as her scene, her speech, I mean, why is she telling these commoners about the prophecy of the Song of Ice and Fire, that a prophecy, a secret prophecy that is only passed down to Targaryen kings? Nobody else knows what this is. That's like the point of it. Like it's a secret prophecy for the Targaryen kings. She's telling the people about this prophecy, like as if they're gonna fucking believe, like as if they're just gonna fucking believe what she's saying. Like they'd have no idea what she's talking about. So why would
Maybe
she do
if
that?
she was
Why
like
would
a
she do that?
credible source, you know what I mean? Maybe if they like loved her, you know what I mean? And that, like she like
Yeah. Like, does
served
she
them
think she's giving a
faithfully.
good speech right now? Like, I
I
don't.
think she 100%. I don't
Oh,
think she would
she
have said it.
does. Yeah, she thinks she killed it. Yeah. Um,
She thinks
I
she
just
That's
thought
broke a
that
so
was.
leg,
funny
and
to
they're just
me.
in the
I just
audience
thought
like,
that whole thing was strange. Like that she would do that. But again, it just shows that she's obsessed. She's obsessed with this prophecy, and her she believes her rule is preordained by the
Mhm.
gods, and that has contributed to her gradual descent into madness. Um, which I appreciate that, unlike what Game of Thrones did with Daenerys, I do appreciate that they've drawn out her descent. Like we went like, and it shows like our feelings toward Rhaenyra. Like we liked Rhaenyra, now we don't because we've seen sort of her regression
Yeah.
into just becoming a fucking
she's just basically Daenerys, dude. Same, very similar kind of thing.
yeah. I just feel like
Just
I just
Except
it's
feel
a
like
very
Rhaenyra didn't
slower.
go
It's
from
slower
place to
paced.
place
Yeah.
and just, free slaves and do other really good deeds before
Mhm.
all that for about 6 seasons, and then, you know,
I just feel like, not to get on a whole Game of Thrones tangent, but I just feel like Daenerys' descent into madness felt rushed to me. Like
Daenerys.
I agree.
I thought it like in it Daenerys going mad like made sense, but I just felt like it wasn't fleshed out nearly enough.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like it just kind of happened quick to
You
where
didn't see her slowly go into
I feel
like
like
madness.
Rhaenyra, they've shown that sort of gradual, sort of being a worthy ruler and someone that was like likable, trying to be noble, into someone who's just descending more and more into chaos and madness because she's so obsessed with this prophecy and this desire to rule, and she keeps making bad decisions, and she's power corrupts, right? Like she's been corrupted.
Also, just being too for
No, definitely
Sure,
not. Definitely
sure.
not. I think just the way she handled the whole step situation, I feel like was fucking ridiculous. I mean, why you're looking for all this like acceptance and people accepting the prophecy, and you think killing the sept and then giving a shitty ass speech is gonna bring you the citizens and like what do you think you're fucking doing? Like I feel like throughout this entire season, I've went from being hyped to Rhaenyra getting the throne to wanting her off the throne.
Isn't
I
that
mean,
crazy?
and,
Six
and it is
episodes,
crazy.
but really less than that. Cause think about it. Like, what the last 2 episodes we started to kind of feel this way. I think it was last episode. I was like, I'm not Team Black. What she
Yeah.
took the throne episode 2,
Mm-hmm.
episode 1, yeah, episode 2. So think about it. 3, 4, 5, 4 full episodes passed, and we went from let's fucking go to I fucking hate this.
She's just making all
But
the wrong decisions.
I do kind of feel like her arc wasn't as gradual as we may think. Obviously, it definitely slowly has progressed, but I mean, in
No, I'm not saying.
reality,
Yeah, no, I'm not saying the pacing is perfect, but
oh no,
I
I know
just
you're
feel
not
like
saying that.
at least you can. I feel like you see at least throughout the season that
Mhm.
she becomes
You're already seeing
more and
signs,
more.
obviously, before she takes the
Yeah,
Yeah,
throne. Like, you
and
do
it
see
just
it
comes
before.
crashing
that's just
down this
kind of.
episode.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not saying it's perfectly done, but
Jace dying, that was really that was the
Yeah,
tipping point for her.
yeah,
That's when it really
for
all
sure.
started to go downhill and
yeah.
stuff. So
But even when
Yeah,
she took the throne, she was she was already struggling.
oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Wasn't the prince I was promised?
No,
Anybody else?
Oh no, she is
Anything
not.
else? Anyone else anything to add?
no. I
I think
mean,
we're good
that
there.
last thing was fucking stupid. I mean, the prince that was promised was just fucking
I was
ridiculous. That's
waiting
all I gotta
for
say.
Joseph to
So
rip that.
fucking stupid.
I hate this scene. This scene stinks.
How dare you? How dare you stand where he stood?
Okay, so Daemon he rallied. Dude, this David is shit for the king, bro. This motherfucker. David rallies his troops, lords, knights, savages, and cutthroats. Whether you live or die today, you will be remembered in the histories as those who began the High Tower's end. Grant no mercy, give no quarter. Don't want the best of you. I want the worst of you. Go now and kill them. And he looks to Roderick to lead on out, right? Roderick, I love how to lead his men out to the fort. They do a little sick little war cry. They were banging the freaking,
Yeah, them banging
their
the shields
swords.
was
That was
fucking
sick with
sick.
the shield. That
That
was
was
so
so
Yeah.
sick.
awesome.
And dude, seeing the kids are scared. I feel so bad. One kid's
Feel
pissing
bad for those
himself.
kids,
One
man.
kid's pissing himself. One kid's they're. I feel so
Oh
bad.
yeah, they're scared.
I love Roderick, and he's like, "Come on, then send your fucking arrows, you you boy touching cunts." Oh, an arrow comes flying in and just miss him, clips of the guy, and
Takes out his guy.
they come charging in. Right now, we get to the battle.
Yep.
Get to the battle, and there's a lot to uncover here. So we'll go maybe section by section here. We'll kind of break it down.
Yeah.
So
You want to talk about this
Ormond's.
quick or just before we?
Yeah, you're right. Is there anything? I mean, it's just the little war
It's just
cry.
it's a really short scene.
Just kind of reiterates, Damon just meant to be the king. To me, this like he's worthy of all of them. This way he is a leader too. But Scott, any thoughts?
I don't know why like I thought about it this way, but I feel like all the kids like just puking, throwing up, just looking at what's about to come at them with Sir Roderick coming in. I feel like I can't help but just compare like how the kids at the Jedi Temple felt when they saw Anakin coming with a fucking giant clone army about to get skull fucked by lightsabers.
Gee.
Like
I
I
didn't
just
think of that. I didn't think of that when I was watching it, but
like
yeah,
I'm
they had to
like
be.
I wonder if that's
It's
just
so
like
funny.
I'm just thinking about that scene. I don't know. It was just I thought about just
But
that.
at least those kids were
Yeah,
Jedi. At least
capable.
they
These
could
kids have no
maybe
chance. These
fight.
kids have no
These kids have
chance.
no chance. They're just
Yeah,
being used as human shields at this point,
I just wanted to throw that in. I thought it
which
was
is
funny.
really fucked up by
Yeah,
moments.
no, it is really fucked up.
Joseph, any?
Yeah, that's really it. The whole thing is fucked up with the
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah,
You don't want to see that. You don't
especially
want to
what
see
Sir
that.
Roderick does to that one specific kid.
Oh my god, that he
Yeah.
just absolutely
What upset?
slices his face
Oh
off.
yeah,
So Ormond's continuing to look for Ulf. He is told the battle has started, and that Damon did not accept terms from Darren and Gwen, and that Corlys is released. And Ormond's not very happy by that whatsoever.
Orman's like, what fucking peace terms are
yeah.
you
He's
Not
like, what
talking
the fuck are you
about?
really
talking
part
about?
of his plan. So Gwen's looking for Darren. Roderick starts to climb the wall with the Winter Wolves, and they get over the wall, and Roderick just goes full on ape shit. Fucking kills that kid, like you said. Damon is told they cannot find Ulf. That's a big problem. See, Alice Blackwood, fucking sharpshooter, this fucking bitch. I wonder why she hit fucking eye. That's
Fucking
you
Legolas out here.
literally.
Oh my god.
Roderick's killing more men. Then we see Vermithor arrive. He's not supposed to be. And Damon, like, what the fuck's going on? So Damon calls the men to form up on him, and he summons Caraxes. Him practices, burn the main gate down. They don't let the kid stop him. And Daemon hesitated. He hesitated for a second, and he's like, I have a job to get." Like when he's just like, "Your guys," fucking kids start running. Those kids flipped. At least two of those kids, the kids that stayed behind, that stayed. Um, and I thought it was so sick when like his dragon just like bursts through the gates, dude, and it's just like him looking at all the men. Q, you see running in. He like joins with Daemon and his men through the main gate. You see Daemon, he charges through, and he gets knocked off his fucking horse. I'll do this one last little part. We'll dissect what we. Roderick,
Mhm.
they go to Roderick and he's shown he's killing some greens. They hear that the gate is opened, and then he says, "That's the gate open, then, lads. We are still fucking alive. Find me that boy king. Go now. I want Lord Hightower."
That
I
was
just
sick.
love. I said it during the watch. I said this guy has no personal vendetta against
He just
Hightowers,
wants to
and
smoke before he
he just
dies.
wants to smoke.
Yep.
Literally, just wants to fucking kill people. And
Yep.
the only thing I think of is like, well, they swore fealty to Rhaenyra, and they Stark to not break their oaths, and these people are rebelling against Rhaenyra, so they just kill him. Right? That's what they want to do. That was really cool. Just that little scene there. Joseph, anything to break down in this little first part of the, let's say the intro of this, the real actual battle now.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'll talk. I guess I'll talk about Hugh. I guess. Yeah, Hugh completely abandoning his post at protecting King's Landing, and he's just a complete wild card on the battlefield
Yep.
because Damon is like, what
Yeah,
the fuck
Damon
is
did not
he
like
doing
that.
here? But I mean, we all know why Hugh was there because he's looking for Cat. He's looking for his
Yes.
wife.
Hashtag soon to be turncoat.
Yeah. So
Depends who he
this is
blames for that.
yeah. So I guess we'll talk more about Hugh. I have some more things to say about Hugh
Okay,
later
so
on,
Mm.
but
we'll keep it going then.
yeah.
Anything
But
else to add
other
in
than
terms?
that, I mean, it's just the battle has begun. Um, yeah, the battle's
Yeah,
begun. That's really
battle's
it
begun.
here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
just some key things for me. I think was one of the things. This Blackwood right there is an absolute fucking Chris Kyle fucking sharpshooter.
the
I mean,
character,
on a horse shooting
multiple
arrows like
scenes,
that is
never hear her name.
crazy.
We know who she is, but
Um,
just the point of it, just fucking.
yeah, yeah. I also want to throw out that I think seeing Vermithor arriving and then also seeing Silverwing right to the right of him was also important for me, I feel like. Just so we know, like, Wolf is still trying to be found right now. But Silverwing is next to Vermithor, but Hugh's not on Vermithor, so I just wonder what's going through Damon's head right now. Like, how does that, like, what's going on right now?
Yeah, right.
So
Because
I think that was
Vermithor
a
and Silverwing are like tight, right? Those two dragons.
yeah. I mean, I guess they hang out with each other since they both
They
like have
hang.
dragon
They're
seed
playing pool
dragon
together
seed
and
riders.
betting on freaking
It
God
makes
knows
sense
what.
because Hugh and Ulf have spent a lot of time together.
That's
Yeah,
So
true.
yeah. So I think it was just a good detail because they're still trying to look for Ulf right now. So it's good to know that like Silver Ring's there. But we'll talk once he actually gets on and everything. But I just wanted to throw out those two things. That was pretty cool.
So Orman now finds Ulf, who is I guess still drunk.
Hammered.
Maybe he's still drunk. I guess. I'm assuming the last time we saw him, it was like the night before. You know what I mean? So he's probably just hung over at this point. But who knows? Kicks him around. He's calling him names. Gets on Ulf to be like, do as you're told. And Ulf did not. And we see Cat, wife, a quick little shot there, and you see some men come into the house with they have weapons. Daemon calls, he's come in, he's been knocked off his horse, so he's yelling for Ormond Hightower, right? You see Hugh yelling for Cat, and Daemon even looks over like, what the fuck is this guy did? He's like, cause he's so enthralled with what's going on. Like, he can't fucking be at everyone's side right now, holding their hand. Then we see Ormond second in command, Sir Brilland, whatever the hell his name was. He's calling him a
John
kinslayer.
Roxton.
Yeah, that guy. Calling him a kinslayer. He's calling him a babe killer. They start fighting. As they're fighting, Ulf comes out with a couple of men. They kill that boy who's been communicating with Daemon, and Ulf, mounts Silverwing. It shoots over to Gawain, who doesn't want
Sir
to see
Dwayne.
Sir Dwayne doesn't want to see Darren die. He wants him to flee. He's like, don't. He basically says without telling me, don't die for honor like Kristen Cole did. It's pointless. It doesn't mean anything. Like, you just need to survive. He wants to see him
Mm-hmm.
just live to tell the tale, live for another day. And Darren does not like this. He even says like telling him to back off because Tyrion's getting a little restless. Even Gawain's like, you're gonna have to go through me. You want to get out there and fight. And then they hear some ruckus going on, and it's Ulf. Ulf going around. Ulf is hungover as fuck, and Black start cheering at first, and then they start burning. And Corlys is watching this, and he kind of runs out of the way, and he sees this whole thing unfolding. And can only imagine what he's thinking right now. Daemon continues his fight over here. That guy, like I said, as Daemon, Darren, and Gwaine the Sea Ulf flying over to killing blacks, and Daemon's really in a hard fight. Scott made some outlandish comments about this fight. Wants to talk about it, he's more than welcome to. But I don't get me wrong. I think it was a good fight. I think the other guy just a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. But like, I mean, Daemon didn't die. Daemon, that's what Daemon does. He's like that was like a
He doesn't
UFC
get.
fighter who got knocked down, and
Yeah.
he's like reeling, but he's able to collect himself and get out of harm's way and get back to his
He
feet.
does get
Yeah.
inadvertently saved though by Silverwing.
He does, yes.
But the
Joey
thing
was
is, like,
kind of reeling me in a little bit.
well, the thing is like Daemon's a better swordsman than John Roxton, but the
Yes.
problem for Daemon was
Roxton's
when
just fucking
the
huge.
fight got close, when it got to
Yes.
close quarters, and it kind of just started to become a fist fight. That's when Daemon got into some trouble there.
Which makes sense.
I've seen some people I've seen online dogging Daemon for not being as good as we think he is. I don't think that's
But
true.
just
I don't
slices
think
up
that's
everybody
true.
else. So, and he's won every other fight he's ever had. But
They're
it's okay.
literally,
The guy almost
yeah.
dies one time, and
Yeah.
he's a fucking bitch all of a sudden.
Listen, he's
Fucking
basically like
frauds.
having a fist fight with the mountain. Like, and he's doing his best. He's relax, guys.
Anything else anyone has to add before we finish off this last couple bit of
I
this
was just
battle?
gonna say I was gonna talk about the Ormond and Ulf scene because I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when Ormond recruits Ulf, gets him to turn, like, he talks about the whole like, oh, like, Damon, he smacked you up in the street. Like, that was such a wrong thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
and then
That's
Ormond
so,
goes
so
and he
fucked up of him.
then Ormond goes and does the same thing,
Yep.
right? He beats the shit out of him in front of all these people in the street. And he's like, do as you're told. And that's the thing for Ulf, where he's like,
Yeah.
he's tired of just being a pawn in this war. He's tired of being disrespected. So
The way he looks at him
yeah, like,
too.
he turns on the blacks, but then he also turns on the greens too,
Mhm.
because he ends up
Mhm.
fucking killing Ormond. He's like,
Yep.
I also love that too, when he's like, he's burning the blacks. He's like, fuck you. And then he's coming down on Ormond and he's like, fuck you too. And he fucking burns him too.
Yep.
So Ulf, I guess Ulf is just like
He's
a free agent, I guess. He's
definition of gone rogue.
he's
Yep.
rogue. He's just a wild card. He doesn't give a shit who he takes
And
out.
Aegon
He's
and
just
Aemond.
gonna,
That's where he'll go next, I think.
Oh my god.
but yeah, Ulf is he's tired of being told what to do.
I could also see House
That's
of
what happens when
Dragon.
you give a guy like Ulf a dragon.
I
You
could
know?
definitely see
You're
the
just giving a
beginning
drunk a dragon.
of the, like, when the show starts off, it just Caraxes and Vermithor just hunt him down like the dog that he is, just kill him. Imagine that's as the fucking show starts.
Yeah. Well, I want to mention some of that too.
We'll get there in a
Um,
second.
yeah.
But I think
Um,
that's still part of this
yeah. I mean,
big ass
I feel like
battle.
I got to talk about because I talked a lot about a lot of shit this morning about Damon and that fight with Roxton.
You did,
Um,
you did. Time to
I did.
back it
Yeah.
up, or
I think
make it raw.
Joey reeled me in a little more. I mean, I do think that Damon is a obviously great sword fighter. Um, that being said, I think Kristen Cole would probably beat him.
It's not.
Um,
Well, Kristen Cole, I guess, technically did
yes,
beat him in
yes,
Well,
season
yes.
one.
Damon put
But
him on
let's
his
not forget
ass,
what
but
Damon.
Damon gloated and turned his back to Cole, who's on the ground, and Cole got
True.
him. That's the only reason why I really think Damon won that battle. That's neither here
But
nor there
let's
because
not
Cole's
forget.
6 feet deep. Sorry, keep going.
Let's not forget when Damon fucking single-handedly fucking
Took
takes on the
fucking King's
triarchy
Landing. That too.
in season one.
I do remember that. Yes, he came
Let's
out
not
with the
forget
head,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had that plan where he
Yep. Yep.
pretended
Yep.
to surrender.
Hmm.
Um, I did forget to mention one thing though. I did touch on it earlier, but it looks like Darren's about to get in the fight. Like he goes to Tessarian, and then Gawain convinces him not to. Basically,
He
I just
kills
thought this
Ulf.
was a miss. I just thought this was a miss. Like this would have been the perfect opportunity to get Darren in the fight and earn his nickname, Darren the Darren, like he
That's what
does
I
in
want
the
to
book.
mention too. Actually,
So
yeah.
I wish that I feel like they had a really eat up chance to to make Darren have his
Could
moment,
have
and
fought
they just
Ulf for a
didn't. So
second there.
that kind of
Scared off
bothered me a
Ulf.
little bit.
Something like that. I
But
don't know.
yeah, I
Yeah.
wish they would have I wish they would have given Darren his moment here because
Darren
I
could have
feel like
popped
it was
onto
the perfect time
Sarian and
for
like
it.
right after Ulf fucking lights up Ormond, that's when Darren fucking attacks and then Ulf, fucking flees and as Darren sees Gawain, aka Dwayne on the ground, just kind of like circles back over to his men and shit. So you could have had like it be like no one else dies or you have a small little fight there that like you know what I mean, just to throw a little bone.
Yeah,
What could we
Yeah, I
know?
don't know. I think it's despicable what they did to Darren in that scene. I mean, especially how Joey told how Darren actually gained his nickname by jumping into the fight and gaining that nickname. I feel like they're just tossing it in there just to toss it in there at this point.
yeah,
Especially like he should be known as Darren the Cowardly in the show because he's not doing fucking
The
anything.
writers are drunk.
right.
Yep.
Stupid.
It's like why give him the nickname in the beginning of the episode and then not pay it off?
Yeah, they just want the
That
book readers
was
to go ooh.
right. So it just feels cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cheesy. Very very cheesy.
No. Finish this off here.
Go for it.
So Roderick finds Ormond and they fight. Roderick hits him with a shield, and then Ormond stabs him in the stomach, cuts off his arm, which is kind of badass. And
Yep.
then the classic Ormond man gets gross out and starts to almost fucking throw up. Roderick takes advantage of it and fucks him with his sword. He says, "That's a proper fucking by the north." Ulf comes in, burns him with a, like Joseph said, "Fuck you too." Roderick though, dude, he's like screaming at him, like, "Come on, bring it
Roderick's
on!"
like, I'm ready to
I'm
go,
ready,
dude.
dude. So
Take me.
awesome. Um, Ulf's Dragonfire interrupts the battle. Daemon is almost crushed by all that debris. He gets up. He's in a big of a daze. It was we mentioned. He sees the chaos around him. Though people are dying, burning, women, kids dying, burning. Damon does look a little distraught here, as if almost like maybe we made a mistake here. And he looks like he's ready. He's looking for that guy that he was just fighting, right? And he just starts continuing to slice people. I said, I didn't do the count, but I said over under was 12 and a half people that Damon kills with his sword. I think he hit that over. Just an FYI. Corlys gets to him and tells him that Ulf has betrayed them, the town is lost, and they need to leave. We see Silverwing fly off, right? We have Silverwing with obviously Ulf on Silverwing. He's being tailed by just Carax. He's by himself. And then behind him is Vermithor by himself. I'm assuming because I'm assuming Hugh has. There's no way Hugh could have ran all the way over to fucking Vermithor in that time, right?
Mm-mm.
So we have these 3 dragons now in a chase with only 1 dragon rider. That could be a fucking problem. Or we get these last little couple small clips here. Anybody has anything to add on the end of this?
Hugh has found Cat dead at this point.
Did I say that already?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Right.
I don't. Maybe I.
Yeah, I mean, this is the ending of this specific spot.
Oh, honestly. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Ready? So Helena is still fucking sewing the blanket, whatever it is, and she's like, she walks towards the window. Wayne gets up and looks. He's looking for Darren, but can't find him. And that's when the Ormer second in command, that guy, he finds Orman, who's literally
Yes, yes, yes.
bacon emoji, cooked, clipped, DEAD. And then Hugh, yes, finds his wife also. The battlefield is a disaster, and Tumbleton is on fire. That's the rest of the scene. Sorry, I missed those last couple of things.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Joseph, anything to add? And the Battle of Tumbleton.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned it earlier, but like you don't really I feel like you don't like in the book it's like Tumbleton's a clear victory for the Greens. But I feel like in this episode you don't really get the feeling that anybody really wins this battle. I feel like.
Yeah.
I
Loss for
mean,
everybody.
yeah, like the blacks are forced to retreat, and obviously, Ulf's betrayal is a big blow to them. But also the Greens, they lose Ormond. So it's like there's that's I think it's furthering one of the themes of the show, which is about the cost of war
Mhm.
Surprised
and
they
stuff.
killed Ormond, dude. I just feel like he would have been a good. He's a good villain to have. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Fuck that
Surprised.
guy.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm not like saying it was a bad thing to kill him. I thought maybe he might last a little bit longer and then die. But I like it though. I still. I thought the whole thing was sick. The
yeah, it
whole
would
end
have.
there. Cat dying was like looking back. Like guess saying that Hugh. Like I said during the show, like Hugh dying makes less sense now because it's like he dies, you lose a dragon rider, whereas like Cat dies, now you change a dragon rider,
Mhm.
which is gonna cause more chaos. And it's like, and I don't know if you're Hugh, who is he gonna blame? Is he gonna blame the Greens
Yeah,
because
so you
they're the ones
think
that occupy Tumbleton, or is he gonna blame the Blacks for attacking and getting his wife killed?
right,
Yeah,
right.
That's a
I think that's
Well,
like the.
that's the thing. Like, the show is doing Hugh, I think, much different. It seems than in the book. So do you think that Hugh is gonna blame the blacks and defect to the Greens?
I don't think he's
Still,
going to defect the Greens, but I also wonder if he's even gonna stay with the Blacks. Like maybe he's also a
yeah,
free agent. I feel like why would he? I don't see him siding with the Greens
yeah.
because the
They
Greens are
were the
the
ones who
ones that
tried to rape Cat.
tried to rape
I
Cat,
feel
right?
like
They are the
I
ones that occupied the air. They're the ones that promised him all these things, right? And then Rhaenyra gives him the dragon. Rhaenyra promises certain things, but like Rhaenyra didn't really like wrong him. Like he wanted to troll Tumbleton. Rhaenyra allowed him to do
Mhm.
it. They knew they had to go in there eventually. So I feel like it's more likely he stays with the Blacks, but he just becomes a more volatile character because of what has
yeah,
happened, or he just decides to just fly off and be like, "I'm fucking done with this war. My wife's dead. I have no care." But I don't know. It depends on how his reactions. If I had to guess, if I had to pick one side, I would say he stays with the Blacks. I think it keeps the playing field kind of even too. But that's just me.
yeah. I don't know because like I feel like I can say this because it didn't happen in the book. Hugh turns in the book at this point. Him and Ulf
Interesting.
fight for the Greens in the Battle of Tumbleton,
That's a
and
crazy difference.
they only did that for Ulf in this. case. So they're kind of leaving Hugh in limbo. So actually, I don't know if he's gonna turn or not. I feel like I'm more inclined to believe that he's gonna blame the blacks for Cat's death, and maybe they're gonna use some of Hugh's arc in the book next season, because now that he kind of has nothing but his pride and his dragon at this point. Because you already kind of saw a few episodes ago when in that scene that he had with Kat that Hugh is like he's feeling himself like now that he has a dragon, he thinks that like him being a dragon rider can elevate his station. I wonder if now that Cat is lost, if he's gonna I feel like he's gonna be, like you said, Dill, a little bit more of he's probably gonna be more like ruthless, but also like more of a chaotic player because I wonder if he's just kind of gonna feel like, well, he's lost his wife, so he doesn't really have an allegiance anymore. But he does have a dragon, so he might just try to I don't know, maybe if he's gonna try to gain power in some way. But I feel like Cat dying makes him a more
Could be.
unpredictable
Got
kind
a
of
big ass
player.
dragon.
I don't I don't know.
Got a big ass dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that Hugh definitely goes like rogue, like whichever side he chooses. I think I agree with Joe. Like he's gonna be chaotic no matter what. Um, I feel like I also wanted to point out like knowing that, or just like I guess just like playing devil's advocate, like with that scene with Silverwing being tailed by Caraxes and then Vermithor coming behind. Like, what if Vermithor is also like going for Caraxes? Like, it's just not like we think they're both going for Silverwing, but what if
Could be.
Vermithor is also going for Caraxes too?
I
Right.
saw something about that too because I think they said Silverwing and Vermithor are like actually are like buds.
Yeah. So like, what if
So
Vermithor is going for Caraxes? Then that's
especially when dragon riders are not involved, we know that
yep.
dragon riders are not fully in charge and in command and
Hmm.
control, but we know that there's like an emotional connection, which is what I think I read. Like that's why Damon. I mean, that's why Caraxes went after him because he had that mental connection of knowing that Ulf
Hmm.
has betrayed them,
Hmm.
and then like you're saying, Vermithor seeing this, which that would be problem because
Because
Right.
how is
Vermithor is the
Vermithor gonna
biggest.
react?
That's the
Yeah.
biggest dragon of all, and the
No,
most
exactly.
experienced.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit. Anything else before we'll get into like other future stuff? Anything else to add from this before we just finish off the show?
I think we'll just get into the
Let's
the
do it.
ending here.
Yeah. So Rhaenyra returns with Joffrey. They learn that Helena jumped and killed herself.
Hold the timing.
She leaves the blanket behind. She's been sewing, and you see, Rhaenyra looks at it, and you see it like the foreshadows, like her on the throne in red. You see the dragons like being covered in red, like it looks like there's some kind of battle in one of these things. I would love to look into it a little bit more. And then we see Allison. She comes in out of nowhere. She's with a couple knights. She's just looking up at the sky, and then it comes back to Helena, and you see Helena killed. She's jumped out,
Yep.
killed herself because
Spike through
she's
the neck.
took Miss Aries' advice, like kind of like,
Insert
hey,
common gift.
yeah.
Yes.
She realizes like, hey, she's like Aegon's back. You know, this is getting worse. I'm never gonna leave here. Rhaenyra's cruel. I I think she also maybe listened to Allison a little bit. That you should kill that child. And the easiest way at that point to do that was for her to kill herself. That's what she thought was the best thing to do. And honestly, maybe it was in a situation for her, but and that's the scene. That's the episode. That's the
That's the end of the season.
end of the season.
The season finale.
So, any thoughts on that little last thing? Go into rating
I mean,
predictions of the episode.
pulled the timing. I mean, she just saw
Sure.
no other way out,
Oh,
and
she saw it though. Oh,
yeah, and she was just
chickens. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I thought
chickens.
chickens could fly.
Um, I love how Rhaenyra just finds a tapestry there and just takes a look at it and just gets instantly like just like what the fuck? Just seeing her in the throne with the fucking the red going down her entire body.
The
I thought that
dragons,
was
yeah, the
yes.
dead dragons and
Yep.
her bloodied on the throne,
Yep. I thought that was a great ad. Great
which is
foreshadowing, I'm sure.
significant because and Rhaenyra knows that's significant
Mhm.
because Helena is a dreamer, so
Yes.
she's able to see things
Mhm.
in the future.
So that probably scares the fuck out of her.
Yeah, it's gotta. I mean, it's definitely probably foreshadowing her fate, um, or just it's foreshadowing the real the real outcome of the Dance of the Dragons, which
Yeah.
is the
The fall of
the
the
death of the
Targaryens.
dragons and the
Yeah.
fall, the beginning of the end for the Targaryens.
Damn.
Um,
Crazy
yeah, it's
prediction.
just sad to see Helena go.
Oh,
Felt
me
bad
too.
for her this whole season.
Yeah, of course.
Um, of course, that her the circumstances of her jumping out the window are a little bit different in the book, but she,
Okay.
her that is what happens in the book. She does end up throwing herself from the window,
Yeah.
I think as you see throughout, it's kind of hinted at. I think throughout the whole season.
It seems
Um,
like it. Especially when she got pregnant too.
yeah.
Like I just feel like she
Do you think
was
that
marked for
Do you
death.
think that Alicent knows that, like, because you see like Alicent like looking out and like the butterflies start flying and stuff.
Yeah, I think it was
I feel like
very
she thinks she knows that like something bad happened.
What is she
I
a
don't know if she
Jedi all of a
knows.
sudden now? She can fucking control the
yeah.
Well, I
Force.
think it's the magic
Yeah.
element, maybe, or I don't know. I think she
Yeah.
probably just senses that. I saw that actress Olivia Cook in the like inside the episode talking about that,
Mhm.
and she said that like I don't know if she knows that Helena died, but I think she knows that like something bad just happened.
I think that's
So
a good way to put it.
yeah, but yeah, so that's it. That's a wrap on the season,
Yeah,
boys.
season finale.
Um, let's go. Let's do ratings for the episode.
Yeah,
Do
we'll do
some
ratings
talk,
and then we can
quick
just
talk, and then we'll
yeah.
do the season ratings. We'll call
Cool.
it. As usual, man who's gonna have the worst score goes first. Joseph Potatoes. Start
I
us
bet
off
you just
with
think I'm gonna have the
your
worst score.
potatoes with the start us off with that 8.3 there, brother.
Close,
You
close. I
can't
give
because
this an eight.
you don't do point decimal, so
That's close. That's close. I give this an 8.5. I thought this was overall. I thought this was a good episode. The battle was cool. The scene with Aegon. Yeah, there were some really good scenes in this episode with the Aegon Aemon stuff. Um, the Rhaenyra sort of descending into madness. The whole battle stuff. Um, it was definitely an entertaining episode.
Yeah.
8.5 is very solid score. Um, I don't. I think because I think I'm pretty sure I gave the Battle of the Gullet a 9. I think it's just a tad below
Yeah.
the Battle of the Gullet. I personally liked that episode a bit better. Um, but I thought this was overall a solid episode, like a really good episode. Despite like I have some gripes. I think I think the missed opportunity with Darren um, knocked it down
That's
that
what brought it down for
half
me.
a point for me, and also like I would have liked to see Hugh. I would have liked to see a little bit more of Hugh as well on this episode, but yeah, I think that the missed opportunity with Darren is what pegged it down half a point for me. But overall, 8.5, good score. I thought it was solid episode.
what does this show or any show need to do to get a 9.5 out of you? Make you fucking jizz your pants or something? Like
So
what
watch
does these
Breaking Bad.
shows need to do?
Episode 2 of
Ooh,
this season.
you gave
I
it
gave a 9.
9.5?
Yeah.
I remember you giving it a 9.5.
I did. Go back, check the tape.
I will.
Check the receipts.
All right,
Check
let's
the
move
tape.
on. Scott, got what you got.
I'm gonna give it the same exact score. I think a solid 8.5 is what it deserves. I think to me, there's really nothing wrong with like the characters per se, but I think the writing is just it's very shaky in some scenes and the way they like portray the book as well. Even though I've never read it, but what Joey tells me, like it just I feel like some things just don't like daring the daring and then just doing something so fucking cowardly. Like I don't think that that makes sense. That tells me you're just kind of tossing words and just seeing if it fucking sticks. And then I
That's like
think,
what I felt about the Cole thing,
oh
like
yeah,
that I
with
talked about
he
earlier.
didn't have
Had like
his little speech.
that. Well, yeah,
Um,
like when he said, like
just
when
those
he
last
was
words.
like
Yeah,
the song, like when he was like, "I want songs to be sung about me." So like but then when they actually kill them, they didn't use the line about the songs.
yeah,
That's from
which is a
the
miss.
iconic line from the book. So that it's just like things like that where I just feel like they tee it up and then they didn't do it, you know. So,
Yeah,
but
and then I feel like with
next,
Rhaenyra, the whole Grand Sept thing and everything. I don't think that was. I don't know. I thought that was just wild to do after like wanting acceptance from like the citizens and then just to do something fucking wild like that. I don't know. That was fucking nuts. Other than that, all the good parts. I mean, Aegon, Aemond, Roderick, Ormond, Daemon, and Roxton. There was, I think, some of the highlights of this season was in this episode. I think there was a lot of great scenes. All the action scenes and choreography was fucking awesome. Cinematography everywhere was just fucking great. Dragons, of course, looked as awesome as they usually do, especially when you're saying the word Dracarys. Um, again, 8.5, I think is it's a pretty good score. I think it's exactly what
very
it
good
deserves.
score.
Yeah, I think it's what it deserves in my opinion. Incoming 9.8 by Doe.
All right, Dill, go ahead, give it a 10.
Yeah, you think I'm gonna give it a 10?
I don't know. I never know with you.
Well, what do you think?
I think it's going to be in the nines.
I
If
think
it's
it's gonna be a
going to be
9.3.
0.2.
Yep.
9.2. Okay.
0.2, just a
Okay.
touch better than the last
Tell me
episode.
why. Tell us why.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
curious about those
just
0.8 points.
great battle, big battle scene. Obviously, Roderick enough to make a grown man tear up a little bit.
Yep.
You see a villain get killed in Ormond, a guy that everyone fucking hates. See this these internal conflicts by multiple characters with Ulf, you. Everyone has their own little agenda, own little dilemma that's going on. Massive changes inside the Red Keep. We lost a master whisper. She's been given the boot.
Yeah. Fuck
Aegon's
my
little thing with
sorry.
Aemon, that I think was just the I'm alive just thing just fucking got me. You're seeing Corliss, even he's kind of things are going on there as well. You have brothers are starting to, you know, fight with each other a little bit, not just really yet, but like they're starting to disagree. Um the whole thing with Alice is really cool. I'm a sucker for, maybe just it's a history major, maybe a sucker for some good backstory, man. It's fucking I'm a goddamn
There's
slut
some
I
for a
good
did
good
really
lore.
like that.
backstory. I
I did
love some
really
good
like that.
lore. I loved, Bela fucking giving the business to Rhaenyra.
That was great.
I
All
do
facts.
think that the scene with Rhaenyra, like with the common people, it started off like kind of cool, and then it obviously turned really bad. But it was just like kind of comical, like that she thinks that. It was still a very powerful scene though, and it's still very impactful. We also like we didn't see the reaction of them, the common people. I don't really know how they responded to that speech. Obviously, this whole thing with Ulf, betraying them. I'm intrigued to see how these three dragons that are currently telling each other what's going to happen there.
Hmm.
Um, and Gwaine still pleading with with his nephew, right? As his nephew, for his life, and we don't really know what's going on with this. Even though, yes, we didn't see Darren fight, there's this mystery with him. Where did he go? What is he doing right this very second? A lot of things going on. Helena, commits suicide. The foreshadow, the little tapestry thing was kind of cool. A
Yep.
lot going on there. A lot of good. We didn't have any scenes where Joseph was like. Usually there's one at least in an episode. We didn't get one this episode. So yeah, thoughts.
No, I mean it
That's
was a
cool.
great episode.
That was a
It
great
wa- it
episode.
was it was really good. I think it was a good way to have a season finale like this. I think there's a lot of cliffhangers on different plot points that we're going to get to next season. Um,
This
just
was a
gotta hope.
much stronger season finale than last
Yeah.
Oh my
season's.
god, yeah, not even close.
This ended with you know fighting, and there was drama
Hmm.
and stuff going on. Where the last season, it was a build like leading up to a battle, right? To tease
Felt
you. The last
abrupt,
episode was a
the ending.
huge,
Yeah,
huge blue ball, huge blue ball. This one,
right.
Hmm.
balls are empty right now. And we're decompressing, trying to figure out what's going on.
Balls are empty.
And the
Jesus
balls have been
Christ.
drained. Balls have been drained. And dude, I know like it was mentioned in Game of Thrones that like what Rhaenyra, she like when they talk about Rhaenyra, how she was killed like by her brother. Is that what they saying in Game of Thrones?
Uh,
Some they say how Rhaenyra dies in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
Say
yeah.
like oh she was
Joffrey
killed,
said
but yeah, I don't think that's true. I think that's a class. I think in terms of the show, I think in terms of the
mm,
show, I think that's gonna be a classic case of that's what was written down, but that's not what happened, dude. I feel like my long term prediction is that Daemon is gonna pull a Jon Snow over Rhaenyra. I think Rhaenyra is gonna go
that.
off the
Really?
deep end. Yes,
interesting.
I think Rhaenyra is gonna go off the deep end. Maybe it's from Alice, so maybe he sees something, Daemon. He's gonna realize that she's not the chosen one, and that his only course. I don't even think it's gonna be hate the throne or try. I think it's just gonna be that he's gonna realize that Rhaenyra is just not her, and he's the one that ends up killing her. That's not what the histories will end up saying, though.
God, I would hate that so much.
Oh
But
jeez.
again,
Oh God, that would be so
think
bad.
about how much
It
in
also
one
just doesn't
season
make any
she's changed.
sense.
But think about it though. This season started with like us wanting her to take the throne. It's ending with us hating her. So again, you saw with Daenerys, you reach a
Yeah,
point where
but
you're like
I can't see Damon
for
like
all.
having
Well,
that.
why not though? Like we didn't again. You didn't think
but
Aegon and
Damon doesn't have the moral compass that John had.
well,
Like John kills
I'm not
Daenerys
saying that
because
he
he
does,
like
but
I don't like
a lot can
I
change
think
in a
like
season.
Damon has no issue with Rhaenyra being a fucking ruthless cunt.
Yeah, but it's
You
not
know?
about being a ruthless cunt, though. I think if she starts making, because then we saw it in the beginning of the season, right? He told her like we should have burned them, right? He was right about that. He
Hmm.
said, well, he thought it was Darren. Like he said that we should have killed Darren from the get go. Obviously, it wasn't ended up being Darren, but there were a lot of things that happened that Damon said we should have done this that they didn't do, and it came to bite them in the ass. I think Rhaenyra's gonna start making even more. It's not about like her being cruel or not. It's gonna be she's gonna start making just terrible decisions, and I think Damon's gonna be put in an uncomfortable position. End the season, he ends up killing. Hey, that's
Yeah,
my
I don't
prediction.
think that
That's
I
my
would.
think that's
prediction.
I think there is an
listen,
absolute. I think there's like a
listen,
negative 5% chance that
I
happens.
think that's a shit prediction, but you know, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Listen,
I don't think it would make
I'm gonna
sense for
use
him
the
to be the
same
one to do
logic.
it.
You guys call me crazy about Aegon and Aemon, and look what happened an episode later.
Yeah,
Just
Aegon
saying.
and Amy teaming up is one thing, but
I'm just saying. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
personally I don't
Underestimate
see
the
that.
kid.
yeah.
Don't
Oh my
underestimate
god.
me.
Well, Joey, there's one thing I wanted to ask you because I know in the beginning of the season, I think I don't know if all of us were talking or just me and Joey, but you mentioned like, what if the show is like the history from the Targaryens' perspective, but
From
the
Rhaenyra's
books,
perspective.
yes, but the books are more of
That's
like
what I said.
what was historically written, and that's how like what do you think about that now that this season's over?
Well, I think that there's definitely the book is definitely written as is it's much more, I think, sympathetic to the Greens
Mhm.
um in the book, in my opinion. Um it is a historical interpretation, which is, I think, the cool thing about the book. Um but I just feel like I don't really know what to I no longer really think that the show is a book adaptation at this point.
Yeah.
I think that it's just kind of doing its own thing at this point, which,
Mhm.
you know,
Sounds better.
whatever is what it is. So I don't really know what to make of that. I think that was true for season 1, cuz I think season 1, one of the things that I love season 1. It's by far my favorite season of this
Mhm.
show. Um because I like that it's faithful to
Hmm?
the book, but with
What's that?
certain subtle differences
Yeah.
that I think lend
Sorry,
credence
I was
to the
on a different.
theory that, like, the
Good.
show is more
Mhm.
like is like a different version of the history. Um, but I just feel like at at this point, and you really see it, you start to see it in season 2. I just feel like the show has, in a lot of ways, gone off the rails from the book to where I just feel like the show is just kind of its own thing at this point. I agree with George R. R. Martin when he said that this is no longer the story that I wrote. Um,
Yeah. Which is
I
kind of
think
sad
so.
too, but like,
I don't
you
know.
know,
Fuck
it's
George R.
I respect the fact that it's a different medium and there's certain things you can
yeah.
do in a book that you can't do in a show, but I just feel like there are certain things that they should have done from the book that they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I still like the show.
Yeah, of course.
I just feel like it. I just feel like it. There's some issues with it, and I just feel like it could have been. It could be done better.
Yeah, it's kind of just like I find it so weird that like they toss up these layups. Like Kristen Cole's final words, for example, like they toss up these layups where like they set it up in the previous episode and then they just like completely just miss the
Botch it.
fucking dunk. Like it
Yeah.
just
So like
I
that's
don't
some. So like that. Yeah, I agree with you. Like that's some of the things that I don't
like it's
like that
just
they
weird.
do.
And like Daring to
Um.
Daring, like it just like all these little things like are so easy.
Exactly.
Well, I guess Daring to Daring, like him going to battle is a completely different way to I guess film. But Kristen Cole's thing is just ridiculous, I think.
I feel like they could have easily done a quick scene of like Darren flying on Tessarian, burning some of the Black Forces. Like
I I would love that.
I don't even think they didn't need to make him like the focus
Mhm.
of it, but I don't know. I just feel like
It's
I would have liked to see more of Darren actually doing something.
yeah, it's just like weird. Like I just don't know who's like just editing it and then just being like, "Yep, that's it." Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like
Guys are
someone
getting
like
paid
Do you
way
feel like there's some
too much
issues
money.
I
in the
guess
I just feel like there's some issues with the writers
yeah.
room on this
No,
show.
no, definitely. I think again, it's
Which
really
will
like the easy things that they can easily add.
yeah.
That's just
Well,
they just don't.
let's go in reverse and do a season ranking.
Mm,
So we'll go Dill, Scott, and then me. We'll do reverse
okay,
what we did for episode.
Should see what like
Rank the season like 1 to 10. Like how would you rank
just
this
season
season
three.
1
Yeah.
to 10?
oh okay. 8.7
Mm,
Okay.
as a whole.
yeah. I would say 8.5 again. I think it's a very reasonable score to give.
8.5. All
Yeah.
right. Cool. Cool. I would give it
6.
7.
uh I think I would give this season a 7.5.
Okay.
7.5. There's some highlights. I think it
Yeah.
started I think it starts and ends very strong, and I think it's a little weak in the middle.
Mm.
Um, and I love the battle. Like the Battle of the Gullet, I thought was great. Episode 2, I thought was great. This episode, I thought was really good. Even last episode, I thought was really good as well. The middle episodes, I kind of didn't care for. I just feel like some of the writing, I just feel like some of the pacing it
I was gonna
feels
mention that too.
rushed.
Yeah.
And I, I, I'm tired of Harrenhal plot lines. Like last season with Daemon, this season with Aemond. At least this season, I liked like the scene with Alice and her backstory, but I don't care for the Harrenhal stuff. Um, Also, I've said this a few times on this show throughout the season. I fucking hate what the writers have done with Allison. Um,
Oh yeah, they chopped her.
what Allison does? Like she was complete non-factor this season. Um,
Multiple no call no shows.
I don't like
Just giving up her
I don't
sons the
like what
entire
they've done
beginning.
with I don't like what they did with Massaria. A lot of small council meetings. Yeah, so those knocks that I have is what bump it bump it to 7.5 for me. I think it's a little messy. Um, but I don't know. It's tough. I guess I probably would have to give it a second watch overall, but
Yeah, I think I
I
would
still
too.
like the show. I still like the show, but I have a lot of gripes with some of the decisions that they made. I thought they fucking botched Cole's death by not including the line from the book. I thought they missed an opportunity with Darren. Um, yeah, I just think some of the decisions that they made, I question why. Um, but listen. I'm still gonna watch next season. I'm
Of
still
course.
gonna be excited when it comes out. I just feel like the show has taken a dip since season one. Despite because I think like the thing with Game of Thrones, like the battles were cool. We love the battles. Um, but it's more than the battles, you know. It's about the
It's
politics and the
everything in the middle.
betrayals.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what creates it.
and the journey, like
Hmm.
with the characters, and I just feel like some of the characters on this show are not as well written. And I also think a lot of it is also HBO's fault for cutting it from 10 episodes to 8 each season because it feels like the pacing is a little quick. Um, but yeah, that's kind of my overall take on this season.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I mean, for me, it's like the teleporting is just fucking crazy sometimes. But that
Scott
just that
Scott
just
hates the
Teleporting,
teleporting.
that just goes into the pacing. I mean, the thing is, like, I understand because HBO is like putting them in a predicament where they have to like mash
Speed
everything
it up.
into 8 episodes. So like, I
which makes
get
no
that. Like,
sense.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I get you're being forced to, you know, have this plot line here, this plot line here, and then by the next episode they need to connect, and each character needs to be in that position by that time, and that's just going to make it seem like they can just fly. Like I don't, well, I mean, obviously they can fly dragons, but like different characters like Sir Roxton showing up at fucking Corliss and his men in the middle of the woods just out of nowhere from Tubbleton, and it's just like random shit. Allison showing up in Harrenhal, like it's it just happens so fucking quick. And again, it's the pacing
And
and
also Ryan Condal, who the writer or the head writer and the showrunner, said that next season there's going to be new dragons and new characters next season.
yes,
And next season is the last season. So like there's a lot of characters and there's a lot of things that they have to cover next season from the book. And
oh boy,
I'm just concerned about the pacing. I'm very concerned about the pacing. Um like or if they're going to be able to cram in, there's some really fucking awesome moments that are, you know, that have not happened. I just hope that they do them justice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope you do too.
Anybody got anything else before we sign off? Before I go wake up for work in 4 hours?
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
No,
it
I
was
mean,
fun. This
yeah,
was fun.
it was fun. It was a great potting.
It was fun to do this, and
Yeah,
We'll
look
hop back on
forward
the
to
horse.
doing it again in
yeah,
fucking probably 2 years
yep.
until the next
We'll
next
we'll
season
we'll
comes
figure out
out.
some more content to pump out though.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
figure out
not
some.
as frequently, but we'll definitely do some. I
Yeah,
know I was talking about doing battle stuff.
yeah. We'll do some battle
We
stuff,
definitely
some
want to
Game
do
of
some Game
Thrones
of
lore.
Thrones, Night of Seven Kingdoms.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll
But
be back for Night of Seven
we'll be
Kingdoms
back.
too.
Yes, we will.
Season 2 for that.
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
Me too.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the chat below. Get ready for the next.
Give us your rating for the season.
Yeah,
Yes.
give us your ratings
Comments.
on this
Rating for the
episode,
season.
things that you thought
Comments
would have
about
liked to
Dylan's theories.
happen. Exactly, Damon's gonna happen.
Yeah, let's see
And
some comments about that. Jesus Christ.
dude, if I'm
No
telling you,
chance.
if that happens,
0%
if
chance
that
happens.
Yeah,
happens,
I think there's like a negative
See, this is how I know
5.
these two aren't serious about fucking politics, fucking shot. They're saying 0% chance.
Oh,
Game of
fucking
Thrones,
such a shitty
zero and negative 0.5 or negative 5% chance. Give me that 0.01, you fucking fairy. Give it to me.
Her death has been alluded to throughout the entire show, and also I know how she dies in the book. And
Just because it happens in the book, Joseph, as we've been shown, doesn't mean it's gonna happen in the show.
You're right.
You're right.
That's true.
What I'm saying. Little diversion. We'll see though. We'll see.
I just want to toss out there before we sign off that Dylan is a season. Is it it's season 8 of Game of Thrones, right?
Great
Yeah,
season.
season 8's
Great
Dan.
Absolute sympathizer
Great
for that fucking season.
Great season. Great end.
Says it's the yeah, it's fucking
Actually,
ridiculous.
actually, like an idiot. Most of it was good.
Yeah, you know, maybe we'll have a little podcast episode about that. Season 8.
If like you watch the
God.
long night episode,
Joey
and
would
you
fucking go
go
crazy.
up until everything up until Arya kills the Night King. Everything before that was just so fucking sick. Like the whole thing was sick.
just
The whole
wasn't,
thing.
I couldn't see
It
the
was
entire
okay
fucking
it's okay
fight.
to be wrong.
Can't even see
It's okay to
it.
be wrong.
I couldn't see the entire. I couldn't see any of it.
Whole thing was so
It's
sick.
literally the worst battle on the show.
We digress. The debate for another day. Till next time.
Next time. See you guys.
See ya.